Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. I'm getting the lenses clean. Things happen. Every day things happen. That's nice, that's better. It's always so satisfying when you get them good and clean. Lucy, why don't you lay down, honey? I asked him to come in here so he could lay on the bed and be cute, and now he's wondering why the cat still doesn't want to play with him when he's only asked like 15 times. Hi, kitty cat. You can come up here anytime you want. Let's see. I'll chuck this on for the moment in case. You can see his tail in there. That counts. Right? It's a pet cam. Hello, everybody. I hope your Thursday is going to spec. I hope everything's going to plan. We've got water. I have a huge coffee that I have not touched yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. I put it in my big glass latte mug and it made it. And then it looked prettier a while ago. I made it a while ago and then it was really hot, so I was letting it cool down. Oh, Michaela on a 7-stream streak. Hi, Hazel. Hello. And Ujai on a 50-month resub. Nice round number. Yes, that's true. I need more coffee before I can figure out round numbers and odd numbers. And I need more school if anybody's ever going to need me to know prime numbers. Love the cozy sweater. I've been reflecting on my layering combinations because that's the kind of thing that gets me up in the morning. So, hang on, is he in there? Well, 5% of him is. Because, you know, a cozy sweater is one thing, but then what you wear underneath the cozy sweater makes, like, the world of difference. So I have, like, a big flannel under here, and this is, I swear, the move. Also. You guys have desktop sound. I don't know from what. I'm not connected to any headphones yet, so hopefully it's game sound. I'm gonna see if I can get it sorted. It's a big cup. I don't trust myself with such a cup around the keyboard. I've swapped back to the zombie keyboard, so if it dies again, then it's just Destiny reasserting itself or something. But yeah, I should have some. Got a layer here now. It's 50 in the morning, 80 in the afternoon. Ooh. Guess your Prime numbers are pretty good because of the free Amazon Prime subs you get on Twitch. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good temperature. Are you coming back, bud? Did you chase off the cat? I know you didn't mean to. She just wants to be left alone, honey bun. Oh well, maybe he'll settle down. Today, I'm so excited to be here. I know I'm always like a little late, minute or two, but I had dreams again. I woke up fairly early this morning because Kitty was sick for a little bit. And then once she was feeling better, hi Bug, hi Musimu. Once she was feeling better, I went back to sleep for like another hour or 2 hours or whatever. And I always have like the weirdest, strangest dreams whenever I'm dozing in the morning like that. Let's check, I'm gonna repost these. I made a bunch of resourcefulness enchants that I have not been able to move. I'll check on my Patreon orders while I'm talking, but it was a lot of different weird dreams involving a lot of different weird things. But in one of them, I was showing up to stream, and I was like an hour and a half late, and that was part of the nightmare. And then the other part of it was that I was so tired while streaming that I was actually sleeping. And I was watching a VOD back of me streaming while asleep, but sleep talking to the stream, and then sleep woofing like my dog does. Because in the dream, I guess there was barking going on, and I don't know, I was woofing. It was all very... very strange and not something that you necessarily want to stream. Love the stream. So, you know, we're here. I'm pretty sure we're actually awake. I'll try to keep the barking to a minimum, you know. Somebody bought all my enchants already. I guess that'll work. I think I'm saving some alchemy concentration. Yeah, I'm not going to use any because I want to be able to make, if possible, a flask cauldron for tonight. And I don't know how much concentration I'm going to need for this. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot. I've also never made one before. So I'm going to need so if we use these guys, that's worth like 65k. And then it would still take, no, 207. 500? 217? I don't know. It may or may not be possible for me to make the gold one for Raid Night. We'll have to see. Are you going to make any enchanting guides on YouTube? I don't currently have any plans to. I don't know anything special. I don't know anything that anybody else doesn't know. I might do like a more general profession guide at some point, like an updated version of the one I did in Dragonflight. Hi, sweetie. But I definitely don't have any like insider tips right now. Oh, I was checking patron orders. That's right. I guess we can check him over here. When Moose was a tiny puppy, was he a subwoofer? Oh, kitty cat. There you go. You jump up, and then Moose, just give her a minute, or you're gonna get the cat paw. I know. He's a little rude sometimes, huh? He just really likes you, but I know he doesn't really have good boundaries. Honk. Me stream. Halloween event started? I don't think so, which is the funny thing. We were looking at the calendar, and Hallow's End doesn't actually start until the 25th, which struck me as pretty late. But somebody has indeed put a pumpkin on my head. I think those last all year, so somebody must have stuck one. Are you chewing on my chair? This dog was going bonkers last night during raid. He is really calm at home in the evenings, unless we're raiding. Something specifically about raid nights makes this dog go bananas. He gets like the 8 p.m. mid-raid zoomies, and he just starts, like, at one point, it felt like there was a child seated behind me on an airplane kicking my seat, because I don't know what part of his body he was striking it with, but he was like bumping my chair rhythmically over and over, like, Mom, come on, play with me. He was bringing me toys. He was bringing me my own plushies. This was on the shelf, and he brought it to me and put it on my desk. It's not even for him. He's not allowed to have this. He turned himself in. He was going crazy. Patron orders. What do we got here? A cutie, and then that one still. All gleeful glamours. Love to see it. This is the only reason I have any acuity in my life, is because these work orders are really easy to do. So let's just do that. Not paying Moose attention 24/7. I know. It's just a real tragedy. Hey, that's not yours. You know what you did. They're just stacking up on my desk. Don't get me wrong, I regret nothing. Getting a dog is still the right move. But you are a little bit of a menace right now, bud. Hopefully he just sleeps on the bed would be awesome. I need one viridescent spore, and then we're gonna be all good. It's like someone else, not the doggy. Come on, Mom. Hi, sweetheart. How are you feeling this morning?
Have anything ancient to trade?
I wanted a viridescent spore. But raid was decent, actually. Raid, we re-cleared. We actually skipped normal. We zoned into normal, and then we looked at who needed tier, and then we were gonna do the raid skip, but then I guess we didn't want to kill the first two bosses to get to the raid skip, so then we just went straight into heroic. Rest in pieces to the two of our raiders that still have yet to get their 4-piece. And every time there's a suspicious noise, I just have to check it. And we re-cleared everything we had killed before, plus we got a progression kill last night. I almost forgot that we got a progression kill. I was not really, between the dog going bananas and I was just not really feeling great. I was not reading as my best self last night. I'm hoping that tonight I can kind of bring a better show, because we've got Ansurek progression now. We killed Silken Cord on Heroic. I was so excited. Alright, make that one. I finally bought all of the enchanting knowledge. Also, I messed up and I forgot to shatter an essence before I did that. But I bought all the enchanting knowledge from the vendor for Acuity, so I no longer have any enchanting knowledge left for me to get in the game. Even the one-time stuff. I do need more alchemy research for Acuity, so I can save up more Acuity for that. But I finally got caught up on the enchanting stuff. Congrats on the raid. Why, thank you. I got some footage of some heroic Ansurek pulls. We only made it into the first intermission. Oh, there he goes. I can't get too excited. You have a huge bed. You have an enormous bed. And he's pouting. That's the amount of it that you want to use. Alright, whatever you want, bub. Oh, there's lots of these. Nothing for knowledge, but lots of acuity. The augment runes tend to be expensive for some. Oh no, there is one for knowledge. Okay. Let's see what we can do for this. Can I just make it? No, what do I need? I need orb in it. And maybe some like higher quality stuff. We'll buy silver stuff for that. There we go. Entering my spoon area. There's an update for that week, or by the way, because patron orders are now profession catch-up. And the updated aura shows that as well. So does that mean that if you start your profession late, you'll get more knowledge-based patron orders? Because that's fascinating. I haven't, that's a good idea. I mean, I guess I'd have to delete it and reinstall it, which wouldn't be a very difficult thing to do. I will do that eventually. One day, probably. Let's get 6 Orbin in, and then we're gonna get 2 Aerithor Spear. I almost bought the gold stuff, but not worth it. Nope. Then for the Mica Bloom, we can get the good stuff. It's not that expensive. You would just have to update it. No need to delete. Yes, but I don't have the platform that is needed to update those things, and I feel like it would be more effort to get that installed and set up than it would be to just delete it and reinstall it. I've literally never updated a week, or I've only ever replaced them. And I don't want to run another diddly doodle. I don't want to run another thing, you know? Kitty falling asleep, standing up. The other day I was saying here how I thought the Earth and NPCs have weird background sounds. And it turns out I've just been hanging out near High Speaker Brinth too long because she makes weird sounds. Oh. You can press import and it asks you if you want to update, like installing a new one. Oh. It just seems like... Okay. Alright. It just doesn't seem that different, that's all. I don't know what was wrong with my plan. I want to use this one, and I want to use this one, and I want to use this one. Is that not... That really... No? Okay. Because I can't use any concentration. I'm saving it. I'll get better vials, I guess. Here. We can reach 2 if we get 3... Yeah, if we get 3 gold vials, that should do it. Saves the location on your screen. That might be more of a big deal if you had like a lot of weak auras that all were like relational to each other. Nice pupper. Nice puppy. He's a good boy. Most of the time. I was gonna get gilded vials, that's right. I need more coffee. I always update weak auras because if I change positioning or anything, I get so annoyed when it goes back. Sounds like someone's having a very deep, positive drug experience. Oh, the Earth and NPCs? For a moment, I thought you meant Kitty purring. She's going. She's got her motor going. I think she's just happy the dog finally laid down. All she wants in her life is for him to just leave her alone. Cute little ball of moose. Here, while I'm crafting this, we can do bigger camera. I love it when he donuts. I had a weird, I mean, I don't know if this is a good thing to share, but I had a weird donut related dream in that it was like one of the murder dreams where you're gonna get murdered and you're being like held captive by the person that's going to murder you, which is not a great, you know, nobody really likes that. 3 and then 5, yeah. But part of the premise of it was because I was going to die, that we were doing things that like the consequences wouldn't catch up with you, and the most creative thing that this person could think of was, let's eat a lot of donuts. Because it doesn't matter, because we're gonna die. Or you're gonna die. It was very strange. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. I got there. Brinth, it's all sighs, grunts, and murmurs. Oh. I don't know if I've ever actually sat and listened to her before. I must not have my sound up that high. This one seems like a good idea as well. So I just need a writhing sample and some Orbinid. Maybe some good Orbinid, actually. Unless I have to get into the good vials.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be
Eventually, I'll be able to take or leave the ones that give acuity, but not for a while. You would want to get all of your profession equipment and all of your knowledge bought. What did I want? 4, maybe? Have you ever kept a dream journal? You can learn lucid dreaming that way. I don't know if I have, or if I have, I haven't done it for more than like once. I've written about dreams in my regular journal. I don't know what the benefit of lucid dreaming is. It sounds like a lot of work for something that's not really gonna do a whole lot for me. I guess I haven't been fully sold on the concept. Reborn cheetah. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna need some of these, aren't I? Yeah, that'll do it. The vials are so expensive, but they do make a big difference. Also, somehow I shockingly haven't made one of these yet. I got first craft bonus. Crazy. That one's for knowledge, so we definitely need that. Dreamed I was in a Marvel movie last night. I think I was supposed to be Captain America. In the movie, you're like a movie star. Cool. I was shopping. That's right. My least favorite dreams are when I dream that something bad happens to my puppy and I have to either try to save him or like he's gone and he's lost, and I don't like those ones at all. I wake up and then I have to go pet him. It's easier now that he sleeps at the foot of my bed because I can find him really fast. It's like, alright bud, Mom had a bad dream. You just stay here for a sec. I don't know if I'm expecting anything. Blessing Blossom. Maybe some Arathor's Spear. I will be right back. I'm gonna go take a look. All that is just a package. All that talk about spooky dreams. Moosey, you don't have to sniff her butt right now. Moosey, give her a little room. Had me all like heebie-jeebies, but it was just a package. Okay, I really want to do gathering this morning, but I've got to get through these work orders first. I'd say I can go faster than this, but that's a lie. I absolutely can't. I love this routine though, because I feel like there's no timer on delves and there's no timer on getting your crafting orders done. So I bought that in silver. That in silver. I'm gonna get those in silver. I'm gonna get 5 silver gilded vials. I have those pup dreams too. The worst. Hello Hazel, how's it going? Hello Chris. It's going okay. How you doing? Gilded vial. It's a beautiful day outside today. Wow, that's expensive. Well, I suppose that's all.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
It'll the gold will work its way back around eventually. It's hard for me to tell if my gold total is going up or down, and if so, because of what? Because I feel like I'm spending a lot more gold than I usually do buying things like raid consumables and, mana oil and flasks and hey, that's not yours either. He was so good about leaving these alone when he was a little puppy, and now that he's like a big puppy, he knows exactly what he's doing. You can go lay down in your bed. You have your own toys, buddy. They're everywhere. There is a timer on the crafting orders, but I understand what you mean. That is true. I guess, yes, technically if you take too long. Though, what is it, like 3 days, 2 days will time it. 7 days could time out, and then you'd be like, oh no, I was too slow. But you know what I mean. Tempered Mastery, and then Enhanced Ambidexterity. It's just the enchanting ones, half the time I have the stuff already, and it's just so nice. Let's try it with 5 ornament. Moose in trouble. I have 3 plushies on my desk that used to be on the shelf. That, I don't know. I mean, I could just keep the plushies out of his reach. That's a pretty easy way to go about doing it. I don't even know if I needed that much ornament, because I can always sell it back after. Sup, dudes? Empty bed. Yeah, he's like 4 feet from it. I may as well turn off the webcam for now. Sometimes he just wants to sleep like right behind my chair. and the camera's in a fixed spot. So best quality. I don't want to use 73 concentration. I won't. I'll buy... what'll I do? I don't want to buy 3 gold gilded vials. That's so expensive. That's unreasonable. But if that's what it says I need.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Our dog destroys stuffies too. Yeah. And he has his own stuffies, but if anything, those are more dangerous because he knows he's allowed to play with them and destroy them, and he destroys them with extreme prejudice. He's like very good at figuring out exactly what the weak points are. Exactly how to use all of the destruction tools at his disposal and shredding it in a short order. Best quality. There we go. That'll do it. Do you believe you have... Oh no, do you have the secret sauce cooking recipe? Just got mine after, I believe, 500 eggs. I don't think I've ever heard of this. The secret sauce? What's the secret sauce for? I can check in a sec. I'm sure I don't have it though. Eggs. No lotus and... Yeah, this will be good. Ridiculous how far the market has crashed. No lotus from 30k down to like 200. Yeah, people got their herbalism caught up to a point where they can get them more often. Yeah, you can get them for 181 now, which is helping bring down flask prices, or at least it should. You know, if we're looking at silver linings. Does the secret sauce go well with fries? I'm asking the important questions. Tinderbox is dropping a lot too. Just got 3 in 1 delve, and so have others. Yeah, because those were at 10k for a while. What are they at now? Profaned Tinderbox, right? 5k. They have fallen pretty far. They're still healthy, but like, that's a pretty good drop. And then these ones I think I can safely leave because gold flask, even though I'm flask spectre, still a lot for me. So we can use a little bit of that knowledge we picked up. Open that. I can sell the little things that came in the commission.
Step closer and don't mumble.
Sounds like I wait for next week to craft. Secret sauce recipe is a craftable equivalent to the hot honeycomb. I don't know what that is either. You get it from a discovery of crafting fine egg powder. I'm so behind. I'm so lost. I'm going to put that up at 19 and see if it sells eventually. Sometimes there's just like a couple units of a crafting mat super cheap and it just drives me nuts. Oh, here's hot honeycomb. Increase the number of servings produced. Usable with Kazalgar food recipes. Our last dog always chewed a hole in the crotch of any toy with legs and proceeded to pull out all the fluff. Moose likes to go for a de-limbing approach where he endeavors to make any toy that has like ears and antlers and a nose and everything smooth as an egg. So any little knobbly bits are coming off. Ears, antlers, nose, tails especially, tags. Can't give him anything with tags. He'll tear those right out. And I don't really mind him destroying them. The problem is that he doesn't just make a mess, he eats the stuff. That's the trouble. It's like he's gonna rip off an ear and then he's going to go, oh, and then it's in him. And that's a problem. So far everything has come out the other end, but I don't want to push my luck with that, so I try to keep a really close eye on him when he's playing with toys like that, and I don't really give him stuffies unless I can directly supervise him. Honeymoon for crafting has dropped indeed. I got a 619 two-handed weapon crafter with my pal. It cost me 50k. It's not too bad. Looking at cooking. Sauce. Secret sauce? For the sauce boss? I don't know that one. From preparing fine egg powder. Ground by someone with the cooking skill. Coagulated yolk. And water skins. It is profitable. Fine egg powder. I don't even know how to make fine egg powder. That is from City of Threads for 1500 cash. Gotcha. Fascinating. Indeed. Null stones. Why? Remember how we were thinking about how to get a lot of resonance crystals? Yeah. What do you got? There's a theory that the low-cost items are a bot that is used to try to manage the market by trade cartels. Ooh. I'm sure it's something nefarious. Spent 45k in an alchemist tool. Whew. Crystals are a common reward on the renowned track. Oh, is it leveling alts for crystals? Is that the thing? Cause that would work. That would do it. All right, my alchemy knowledge looking good. Enchanting knowledge looking good. My enchanting concentration actually is a little bit high. What can I make here? It's probably going to be a chest enchant, but let's just have a little look-see. Recipe scan with concentration for enchanting. Why have all the prices dropped? Weaver cloth down by 50%. Supply go up, I guess. They may have hotfixed drop rates for things. Or there may be just people getting more into a groove of farming. Cursed critical strike, really? I don't know if I trust it. We've also got Defender's March. Burrowing rapidity. Does anybody actually want that? Maybe. Let's see what it would cost me. I don't want to make this. I didn't spec into the Nerubian enchants, so it would take me more concentration to concentrate on them. Burrowing rapidity is a Nerubian novelty, so it would take. I mean, it doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. Like 500. That's apparently said 6k. Cursed crit. Oh, there he is. He's pouting again. Yeah, okay, I'll make one of these. We'll see what we can do here.
Have anything ancient to trade?
And I will shatter something first as well. So, writhing samples, storm dust, make sure we have at least the silver stuff. Same thing with the shards. We'll get 5 of these. And then 1 good-ish crystal. Waver cloth down by 50%. Mica bloom also down by 50%. You will have to concentrate on them. All you need to do is level your alts to 80. That's all you gotta do. That easy. Yeah, maybe I should have done more gathering while Mica bloom was still strong, but that's okay. So we're gonna shatter. Shatter the crystalline powder. That's pretty cheap and effective. And then I was making leeching cursed fangs. I was making cursed critical strike. That's right, cursed crit. Which I guess I never picked up my mail because I bought stuff for it. But yeah, the shatter wasn't that big of a deal for me at first, but now that I'm spec'd into it, I'm getting like 120 resourcefulness, 30 multi-craft. And I'm not even like finished speccing into it either. Like it's definitely helpful. It should make a big difference. 371. Yeah, that doesn't seem so good, but you know, what are you gonna do? Oh boy, we saved two gleaming shards. Well, let's see what kind of gold we can make while getting our weekly gathering knowledge. That might be something. I'm at 200k.
If you find anything exotic.
Hi. Hi, buddy. Someone's a little cranky. It's me. Alright, let's get on the hunter. I could level more characters, and basically the same way I leveled this one. I could just give them gathering and go gather and have a wonderful time with that. And I don't see any problem with that plan. It's just that, if I get them to 80, I'm gonna feel like, well, shouldn't they at least do, like, the theater or a delve or something to get a vault? I'm gonna start wanting to get vaults on all of them. And then I'm not gonna do it, which is fine. But it just feels better to not even have them leveled. He has a very handsome face. He's a pretty boy. One of his friends was talking to us yesterday and about how he always looks happy, and I was thinking, On walks, yes. While walking, he does always look happy. Sometimes he can put on a pretty good pout when he doesn't get his way. And his way is usually something really unreasonable. So, knowledge-wise, yeah, I need all kinds of stuff. Did I pick up or do the weekly quests? I must have done. Because those are from gathering herbs. That's a buy for Kej kind of thing. We could do that. And we can also go to Hallowfall and get some herb knowledge that way. So let's fly to the bottom zone. I think I already did the quest because I just bought the stuff to turn them in. My quirky mix looks concerned. Always. I don't know about this. What's going on here? Does he ever talk back to you husky style? Never. No. The most he will do is if he's feeling very put upon and very, very, very pouty. He will kind of harumph, sort of husky style. He can kind of go in a way that's extremely funny to me. I'm gonna put on a true sight elixir because we may as well. True sight files. If it's only, yeah, I'll spend that much more for the extra perception. But yeah, he's not like super chatty. He's not super vocal. He almost never barks. He doesn't talk very much, which, you know, grass is always greener. But sometimes the talking dog is cuter in a short video than it is to actually live with. Harry Babes, thank you for the 15-month resub. Just got here. What we doing? You haven't missed anything yet. I've been just kind of poking around, getting settled, and doing my profession weeklies. We did some crafting orders, and now I'm setting out to get my gathering knowledge. And eventually, I'm gonna get back on my priest and do Hallowfall stuff. I still want to work on my zone completion. Let's go get this thing for Kej. I should have marked it on my map. There it is. Yeah. But I'm just getting some more gathering knowledge in the meantime. I could put on Farm HUD. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this now for now. Go. I forgot how much extra gathering speed I was getting from being aligned with the Weaver. It's like 30% when you get your rep up, and it's so good, and you get used to it, and then the second you're like, well, I guess I'll get some rep with a different faction. All of a sudden I'm gathering so much slower. I got all used to it. What is this? Apparently my cat has started to do the ek 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 thing when watching birds. I've yet to hear it. Apparently really funny. That's why gathering feels slower. I didn't even really realize that I got a gathering buff from the Weaver when I first aligned with her and got my rep up with her. I just kind of figured that I was, because it's also for crafting speed as well. But I just kind of figured that I had gotten a lot of deafness lately. I spent a couple knowledge points and I thought, wow, my deafness must be awesome. I didn't really like read my buffs and figure it out. So I'm trying not to be too stingy with my cash. I'm trying to just spend it. Hello, mushroom person. A gardener seed satchel. Oh yeah, I don't have the bags or anything. Those need the bags need whatchamacallit. Oh. The bags also need acuity, I think. There we go. Haven't done it. Let's get those points spent though. So for my herb spec, I went into botany. I decided to not worry too much about the perception or the deafness when gathering lush herbs. I haven't bothered with any of the overload stuff. I've just been kind of going in here. Getting the Mica Bloom sorted out. At least it gives me Null Lotus more often, but even those have kind of crashed. I guess I'm just going straight into Lure Drop, and then we'll do Spear and then the last two. It's not going to be life-changing, but something, you know. And then for mining, did I spend all my mining points? I've got one more. I actually don't know what I'm going to do with my mining points after I finish capping bismuth, because the other two aren't really worth very much. And these things aren't really, I mean, seams and rich deposits, which don't show up that much, you know? Like, it's not that often that I find a seam or a rich deposit, so it doesn't really feel worth it to spec into it all the way. And then I just haven't really got the hang of it. The overloading. I'm sure it's good, and I should probably be overloading more nodes. But the problem with it is I got so spoiled by Dragonflight where I would overload a node, and it would be an order node, and I would be like, cool, like 3k gold for me, thank you. I'll take it. And that would be the whole thing. Installed rematch. Nice. What do you think? Did you also do pet battle scripts, or are you just using it to save your teams? Because both are good ideas. Made my remix DK into a Skinner. So satisfying. Little Gnome Gal's tanky. Nuke stuff so well. Nice. There we go. I haven't done any skinning this expansion. See, like, this is probably the wrong thing to overload, but we'll get the cooldown back. I know people like overloading. What did I get? I got like 2 Weaver Cloth. I got 2 bonus Weaver Cloth from that. If that, actually. Maybe not. That was probably a waste of a cooldown. People like overloading the easy mine ones, and then they mine the extra chunks that fly off, but I always get myself exploded before I have a chance to do anything with that. The last time that I overloaded an easy mine node, it was a complete and total and utter waste of a cooldown. It didn't end up doing me any good at all. Run them over for the extra cloth. Run them over. Oh, you chase down spiders. Oh! That is a missing piece that I did not know. That would make more sense. I'm thinking, why did I get nothing? I'll try that again next time. We'll get the cooldown back. Here, I'm slowly heading back up to Hallowfall because I've got to get even more herb points there. CB, thank you for the 59-month resub. No scripts yet, just to have teams. Overall improvement on the base UI. Yeah. It does a good journal too. I like the filters. I do use those sometimes. Here. I usually like to, for herbs, empower irradiated nodes and then just clone a valuable thing like a lore dropper or an Aerithor spear. But let's see. If I overload the crystallized one, what am I getting? Oh yeah, you get the portal. That's right. So, crystalline powder and then a portal to another node. With a loading screen. Like wax spores, that's cool. Yeah, crystalline powder is, I don't want to call it worthless, but it seems worth little enough. Also, I wonder if there's any add-ons that I can disable that are causing her problems. This character really doesn't need DBM. Like at all. She's not really doing dungeons right now. What else can she get rid of? I'll keep all the things. The world quest I could kind of take or leave. She needs fishing. We can turn that off. She doesn't need these. I can probably turn candy buckets off for now. She certainly does not need craft sim. Details is nice. Dialogue UI I've gotten kind of used to. I turn handy notes off for this ult specifically. Like it's something that I'm chasing down on my mate anyway. There's Leatrix, we like that. Probably don't need Narcissus. I was using that for remix. I'm surprised I still have it. Scripts, yes. Plater, yes. Rarity, sure. Remix mail helper. I need to clean up my add-ons a little bit. There's some stuff in here that is not that important for me to be running right now. Scrap can get out of here. Trove tally. My goodness. And then world quest list. Try that. The little spider is easier if you have names on for critters. Oh. All of my pets are low level, so there are no decisions to make. Gotcha. Mining to reduce the cooldown so you can overload another one is addictive. I love going out and gathering because, especially with the camouflage nodes thing, it seems like there's always another node around the corner. And they've really kind of nailed down that slot machine vibe of, yeah, sometimes it's just like a normal one, but sometimes you find a cool one and, you know, or something that's more valuable. And it just feels really exciting whenever the next node around the corner turns out to be decent. So I gotta be careful here. I always get myself into trouble. But yeah, herb prices have for sure, map prices have tanked in a way that makes this not quite as juicy as it was. I don't think I'm going to be pulling 10k every 15 minutes. Just kind of casually flying around. Why would you turn off scrap? You can train it to vendor everything. I thought I was using a different add-on for that. I was just trying to turn off add-ons I didn't think I was using so I could stop having quite so many interface problems. Gathering and rare farming is my favorite way to level now. Speaking of rares. I do like that the rare rep bonus seems to be like a warband thing. So if I do stumble on a rare, as long as I can kill it on my hunter, being able to just kind of clean it up off the map, it'll get me my rep for the week from that rare. I don't have to worry about like going back and finding it on a different character. Pretty cool. I say as it gives me no rep. Maybe they don't all give rep. I thought I was onto something there. Did you hear about the new player bug that allowed players to never die while leveling a dragonflight on a new account? It's pretty hilarious. No. What, they're just immortal? That's funny. That's a good way to... I mean, the absolute conspiracy tinfoil hat is like, that's good press to get new players to come try out the game, is like being able to see which ones, which add-ons are causing a large number of game slowing down errors. They do all give rep. Well, that one didn't. It was a rare and I killed it and I didn't get any rep unless it just didn't go to my chat log. There's nothing in my chat log about getting any rep. I turned handy notes off, but I still had the silver star on my map for that particular NPC. See you later. Hope the rest of your day is awesome. Thanks, Chris. Flying tracker. That is Farm Hut. It's just showing me my mini-map contents overlaid over the center of my map instead of like off in the mini-map to help with things like gathering, just so you can kind of like zero in on nodes without having to look back up and over at where where they are. Kind of handy. Farm HUD is the name of that. FARMHUD. Helps if you can fly properly. So here in this zone, I wanted to go buy my Voidlit Herb Notes, which I think we can just get in Merildar, yeah. You will always have the silver star in your map, even if you kill the mob 100 times this week. That's news to me. I could have sworn that I have in the past seen a mob not have the silver star and not indeed have like the rare portrait on it because I had already killed it for that week. But I could be completely mistaken.
We are the holders of hope.
Some crests. Another key. Oh, thank you.
We are prepared.
That's a quest I don't need to do. I wanted to buy
We must prepare for
the
Belladar to shift.
Voidlit Herb Notes. We do have enough.
Always be
We do have
prepared.
enough. That's good. New players get a series of dragon-themed buffs. And the red dragon buff is a cheat death that heals you to full on a 1-hour cooldown. The bug is that the cooldown's not triggering, so every time you brought down to 0, you instantly heal to full. And Ian did an interview saying that's definitely a bug. That's hilarious. I mean, that's cool. I hadn't heard about the new player buffs. It's a neat way to get people in. Alright, I'm going to be a lure drop master, which means that I think we're going to start spear scavenging. That's next. Getting gold herbs. Gold herbs have still held their value reasonably well. So getting your skill up is still seems and feels like a worthwhile thing to do. I haven't done a ton of herbalism in this zone. I guess there's the farm. There's always that. I could plant a couple seeds. I've got a few of those. There was a bug this week where you could do brands weekly for a pinnacle cache, relog, and do it again. It's really pointless because I'm not really playing any group content to my hunter. I'm pretty much just getting her gear so that she can herb and mine with it on, more or less. That's pretty much my point. But it made me feel a little better to see a BM hunter in the Race to World First on Onsurek, just because I guess for all that I tell people not to worry about class balance, I'd heard a bunch of people talking about how BM was basically dead, and I'm like, but I'm still running around on one because I don't want to play melee. Very silly. Not all that big of a deal. You can pick nodes that other people have planted, but the trick is that you have to be very fast to it. You don't have a huge window of time in which to do it. Yay, Cracker! Thank you for the 47-month resub. Race to World First is a very special thing on its own. Yes. It can really change people's opinions on stuff too. Or sometimes it can put like a certain facet of class balance in the spotlight to such a degree that it might get retuned. If there's like any particular class that's just pulling really wild throughput consistently, then maybe it might get sorted out. Is he sleeping with his foot in his mouth, or is that... that is a live camera feed. His foot is underneath his mouth, although I wouldn't put it past him to fall asleep with it in his mouth. He does chew on his feet sometimes. Baby. You can kind of see him moving. Can you actually? He's sleeping very still. But... live feed. Snooze, he's a moose ball. He's a moosey egg. He's a moose donut. Players that plant the seeds probably wanting to loot them themselves. They can loot them themselves also. It doesn't steal the seed from the person that planted it. It's just that for a short window of time, anybody can pick it up. People form groups, impromptu or otherwise, to run around here and just plant all kinds of seeds. The only way that you would miss out on your own seed is if you were really slow. Like if you plant it and then you like AFK for a minute, then you'll probably miss it, but that's a little bit on you for not picking it right when you planted it. Big ol' meme about Feral Druid and Survival Hunter being meta. At least Server was meta for a season in Shadowlands. Yeah, they've made a lot of good changes to gathering and node sharing. I wanted to plant another one. Did I have more to plant actually? Am I running out? No, I've got 3. The seeds are okay. They don't feel that much better than just gathering normally, but it's something. Now they just need to change the fishing pool so people can't steal your casts. That one's a little different. They did change it so that certain fishing pools that were really competitive, especially during the Derby, like the Royal Ripples and like the Slum Shark Swarms, they made it so those pools last longer. But they're... yeah, I don't know if it's like a certain amount of time after someone starts finishing the pool or if it's a certain number of casts. It certainly seems cast-based when you're actually fishing it. It seems like somebody pulls out the last cast and then that's the end of the pool. But yeah, a little competitive. One more dirt pile somewhere. Hi Hazel. Hi JG Brett. How you doing? I always thought I was just a BM hunter, but I'm having so much fun with survival. Favorite class to play? Priest. I love Priest. I've been playing Holy and Shadow, and I feel like between Holy and Shadow and Dungeons and Raids, because I've been doing a little bit of both in both, I will never run out of stuff to learn. Like it plays so differently in Dungeon spec versus Raid spec, and that's true for Holy especially, because in Holy I use a different hero talent. I use Oracle for Dungeons and I use Archon for Raids. And then for Shadow, I'm Archon for everything, but still, it feels very different in Dungeon versus Raid, like single target versus AoE. And I love all of it. Plus, I get to be on my gnome. I get to use my loot that I've been getting. Can I overload this? Nope. Sure can. Yeah, it's okay. One arriving sample for me. I don't actually know what happens when you overload weeping nodes. Something, I'm sure. Oh, I didn't use my... I was wondering why I'm not finding that many, nodes. I haven't had a true site file on this entire time. I thought I did, and I did not. That's why I haven't been finding that much stuff. It's because I wasn't seeing all the hidden ones. I was gathering old-fashioned style. That's no good. That's not how we get through this. We'll get this off cooldown in no time now. Time for more coffee? I drank the coffee. I could make more coffee hypothetically, but let's not get carried away. How's raid prod going? I have a full night of heroic silken cord ahead of me. Nice. I wish you guys the best of luck. We killed heroic silken court. The nerfs that they put in since last week felt substantial. Only having to stop it with one web instead of two made a world of difference with our raid. That's something we can do. We can do one web. Two, especially in phase 3 when you have to preserve the webs from the thing, was just not happening. It was such a mess. So we killed it, not immediately, but we killed it pretty early in our raid night. Maybe immediately, actually. It was pretty crazy. We didn't even have like our normal team either. We had a healer out and we had a DPS switch to heals, and it went down like nobody's business. So we're progressing on heroic Ansurek now, which is worse. doesn't feel so good. Very tricky, very difficult. I was not rating my best though, for sure. There was a pre-spec you could play that combined Holy and Shadow. Allowed you to heal and DPS. I don't know. Never heard of it. Been trying to work on my enchanting today. How do I get my skill to the point where I can make gold enchants without using loads of concentration? So, I don't know if it's even possible to guarantee gold enchants for like the expensive ones. Anything that's a little more advanced than like the ring ones. The question is how much concentration is it going to take? Because the closer you get to the more skill you get, the less concentration it takes you to bump up to the next skill. Also, nobody saw that. So using higher quality mats, making sure you've got the best quality tools that you can possibly have, tools and accessories. Shattering an essence before you start crafting will help your profitability a little bit, but and then spec points. So I will usually craft gold enchants by using at least rank 2 mats, if not rank 3 when they're affordable, and then it'll still be like a couple hundred in concentration to bump it up to gold. Hunter Gumbo. Just needing one web is a huge difference, especially for P3. Yeah. I will. Yeah. Farm. Ended up tagging along to a heroic raid with friends on Tuesday. It's a pretty cool raid so far. I like it a lot. The different fights feel very different and unique to me, and then none of them really feel like they overstay their welcome either. I do think that the raid skip, we didn't actually end up doing the raid skip, but from what I understand, you kill 2 bosses and then you skip 2 bosses. And then that's it? Like, I don't know, I guess you have the option to do the last 3, or you could just maybe skip 2, do 2, and then skip to Silken Court. Anyway. For something that you have to raid for 3 weeks to unlock, 3 or 4 weeks or whatever it is, it doesn't seem like you're skipping very much. Oh, not this thing. I don't want the wax that badly. The skip is weird. Difficulty differences definitely felt starting from boss 5 though. Yeah, I bet. Hoping to get into the game and making massive batches like you did in Dragonflight. Guess that's not a thing with enchanting. Hasn't seemed to be. I'm honestly not even really doing that with alchemy right now. I know it's possible with a certain spec, but like I'm pretty much a concentration only crafter right now. So I make a couple of crafts every couple of days and I'll sell them for like, 10k plus profit on each, but then I'm waiting for my concentration to come back. It's still gold, but it's definitely not quite the same model as I was using in Dragonflight. That's where I'm at. I was surprised that I wasn't able to... I mean, I still need more knowledge. The way that the alchemy knowledge is set up is kind of a wonky thing where having to put so many points into each component of a recipe makes some recipes that use a lot of different components, like an alchemical chaos vial, it makes them require so many points to get like good at them that it's just hard to justify batch crafting until much later in the expansion. So we'll see. I'm basically just keeping up with my knowledge. I'm trying to not spend more than I'm making, and then I'm gonna see if it pays off for me later. I think I might zone up into the Ringing Deeps and go do some gathering that way. If I can find the Ringing Deeps, actually. I don't usually come this way, and I think I get lost a lot. How are my overloads doing? I could overload an herb. This is an altered Mica Bloom. I don't even know what that means. It spawned a mob. Hi, Hazel and chat. Hi, Dicemeister. How are you doing today? Kanar with a 26-month resub. 26 months of squirreling? That's nuts. 30k today? Nice. Yeah, Bridge Twister very hard. Nexus Princess is just fun. Nexus Princess is such a cool fight. It's just fun. It's so satisfying to get the execution down. It's so easy when you have the execution properly. It's such chaos when things start going wrong. It's a great fight. Silken Court's fine. It's just one of those fights with a lot going on. Silken Court is somewhat trivialized by Mass Dispel, because if you're panicking late phase and you're trying, like, if you're panicking with the dispels, as long as people get pretty close to it and you can get other people off of it, Mass Dispel is just like a cheat code. It wasn't working that way on beta, but it sure is working that way on live. Because my UI does not super clearly show me where the people with the swarm are standing. Especially if there's like a lot of clutter, there's a lot of people standing like in that area, which they shouldn't be, but you know, things happen. But I can just tag a Mass Dispel over the whole area, and that usually gets the trick done. Got super lucky this week, finished KSM with a +7 Necrotic Wake, nice! And you looted Marrowfang's Reins from your mythic chest, what? That's too much luck. Give some back. What is that? Lush Mica Bloom. I have a feeling that some recipes will still require you to use concentration. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's... because if it wasn't that way, if that wasn't the case, then Ingenuity would be a completely dead stat. Or at least it would be dead at endgame if you could just guarantee... It's just like in Dragonflight, there was plenty of things that you needed an Inspiration proc in order to... you needed either an Inspiration proc or an Insight to get the top rank craft, and now instead of those things, we just have concentration instead. So your Ingenuity then becomes your... the thing that lets you get more mileage out of that. Sucks that you can't go farm regular Mythic Necrotic Wake, like the Shadowlands version. Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to, would you? It was always next season. Let's head up this way. Ish. More or less. I didn't stop to pay attention to what I actually got to drop from overloading that, altered node and killing that mob. Something must have dropped from it. 2 writhing samples, maybe? Crystallized Mica. Got my Marrowfang mount from Dawn of the Infinite. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure it gave us something. That's a good point. The way it's going on my blacksmithing, it looks like the ingots will need the concentration rather than, say, a weapon. Yeah, I don't know what people's general concentration rates are. I paid 7,500. Although I think I bumped it up myself because I felt bad, but I paid 7,500 to get the concentration for a rank 5 staff along with all gold mats. Is it this way? It is this way. I never go backwards through this gate. I always take the other way if I'm going from Hallowfall to the Ringing Deeps. I'm starting to remember the appeal of engineering. I'm not going to take it because I like my professions on my main, but I'm starting to remember how nice it was to have... No. I don't want to lose Crystal Shard. I wish those wouldn't show up as actual nodes. Do you have your ever-burning forge leveled? Probably not. I've never heard of an ever-burning forge. What is it? How does one level it, and what is it for? You know what blew my mind yesterday? Do tell. I regret leveling jewel crafting. I feel so lost. Aw. Hopefully you find your feet. I should check out the profession guides again for my professions just to get an idea of where else I might be going with them. I like the WoW Dash profession guides. Hello, Cerberus. He's comfy. That's no good either. Oh, it was for the blacksmith. Okay. I thought it was for me, and I'm like, wait, what? What's an ever-burning forge? Should I be doing this? Should I have been doing this the whole time? You can portal to Hallowfall. Is that a blacksmith thing, or is that for me? I want to port to Hallowfall. Oh, by queuing into a Dawnbreaker and leaving. That is clever. That's pretty cheesy. It is clever. But when the NPCs gain sentience, what if they remember what you've done to them? What if they remember all of the times that you dropped group just to abuse the teleport? And they hold it against you? Thank you for this tip. They might not appreciate not having to run Dawnbreaker. Oh dear. The plot twist is that every time they ran Dawnbreaker as a 4-man without you. Grab mana buns before you leave while you're there. They will remember the tens of dungeons that we did to farm cloth. I heard people have been doing a lot of follower dungeons to farm Nerubi and Chitin for the Seasbard quest. Thought that was kind of a cool application. I was getting some in raid last night. At this rate, I'll have my mount before the end of the expansion. One day, I will have it. How cool would it be if you could actually, like, kill the rare with it? Or the quest bomb, I suppose. Still puts you on a 15-minute CD. Okay, let's see. Catching up on my knowledge here a little bit. Gets you good acuity. Refining bismuth, probably not that valuable. This is gonna be nice, the uncovered null stones. I know they've dropped in price, but it's still something. And then an extra 30 deafness for Arathor's spear. So I think I just need the epic drop for the last for these professions, and then I should be good for a little bit. And we can maybe log on to my priest and go see about more Hallowfall completion, because we're getting somewhere with that. We got a bunch of stuff done yesterday, actually. I know it felt like I was running around like a chicken in the farm zone, in the lamp lighting thing. We didn't get the mount, but it was good rep. And we got the thunder pet. We got a kitty cat. We got a bunch of pets yesterday. I couldn't believe that I just randomly got a meta collecting pet. No, I thought I would for sure at least know if I was close to something like that, but no, I had no idea. It just happened. Mr. Muskoxeles. If you have a Dark Iron Mage, take Engineering, you've officially won the teleport game. Somebody here was doing that. They had a Dark Iron Mage. I think it was a mage anyway. And they had gotten like the actual Grim Guzzler teleport as well as the Dark Iron Dwarf ones. I always forget that Dark Iron Dwarfs can unlock a bunch of teleports everywhere. Their Tome of Teleportation must look crazy. I think it's kind of cool that we've finally been rotating in dungeons into the Mythic Plus rotation that we've previously had portals for, because it means that I can actually use some of my portals. I remember when I first started unlocking dungeon portals, I thought, well, what's the point of this? Because, like, literally the moment I unlock it means that I'm done with that dungeon for the season. I didn't continue, you know, running Tyrna Scythe and Shadowlands after I'd got it done in a 20. So they felt, like, nice for, you know, getting around, but not all that exciting, especially because back then they were character-specific and not account-wide like they are now. And now, you know, like, I need to go do Miss Tyrna Scythe because it's back in the season, and I'm like, oh, hold on, let me just teleport there. I'll be with you in a moment, you know. It's not for every dungeon, but a few of them. Necrotic Wake, too. I have my Necrotic Wake portal, and it does come in handy. They are warbound. Yeah, portals should come at +10. I believe that is the case. Am I gonna make it? Nope. Ow. This is why I need the Weaver in my life. I'm not good enough to do this without her. I kind of want a Siege of Borealis port, so I can have another quick teleport to Borealis, without needing to either pull my ring out of the bank, which maybe I should just start carrying around with me. Now that Siege of Borealis is in the season, my priest literally has a Borealis teleport ring sitting in her bank. I should just carry it around. If there was ever a time in my life to have that in my bags, it would be now. And then, so I'm looking for a deposit to overload. Forgot what else I was going to say. What other dungeons do we have right now? That would be nice. Because Borealis is a place that I teleport to when I want to go to Ironforge. I play a human warrior with engineering, and I have so many portals I can get to anywhere within minutes. That is one thing that my main struggles with a little bit. She has, you know, I have portals and stuff. I have a few teleports that I've unlocked here and there, but you know what I have actually that helps me get around is pet dungeon portals. I have skipped a lot of flights with pet dungeon portals. And those are awesome because there's no cooldown on them. You can get to them right from your dollar on Hearthstone, which any character can do. And any character can use your pet portals once you've unlocked them. So those have really come in handy for me. I like those a lot. Ralph's music is some of my fave. Always learn so much on your stream. Yeah, these guys are good. They got the tips. Well, I got my rose. And I think I just need, yeah, my erosion polished slate, and then I'll be caught up for knowledge. Alright, this time I'm gonna overload that web door, and I'm gonna run around and squash the spiders. I will even go so far as to turn on critter names. Alright. Overload deposit. I never noticed the spiders before. Oh, so I got an extra 3 Weaver Cloth from that. Which, 60 gold? That's something. I don't think I'm going to continue overloading those, but I'm glad that I at least know how it works now. I think I could probably stand to do that rare. Gotten at most 5, I think. Yeah. What is your favorite node to overload? I'm curious if I'll make any gold from selling all this. Gotta be something. Loaded the dungeon portals from Mythic Plus. All the rings, cloaks, trinkets. Weeping when I see it, otherwise I do the webbed because it's just common. Yeah, because I guess crystallized wouldn't do you a whole lot. What else really shows up? The easy miner is great when you get a bunch of bismuth and then you got to dash to get out. Yeah, I guess the easy mine is a good one to get technically. I'm just I'm just usually not trying to game that hard. I get myself killed by those more often than not. Case in point. With the Weaver buff, it's a lot easier. Oh, it despawned. After all that. Go Placidly, thank you for the 21-month resub. Appreciate it. Find it strange that cloth gatherings exclusive to tailors. Guess it makes tailors more happy. Cloth often ended up with like dirt bottom prices because people would pick it up while in 2x4 groups farming for like world drop BOEs and stuff. And having it be tailor exclusive just helps kind of keep a little bit of value in cloth, I guess, so that tailor things are worth, you know, a little bit more. I think it's probably hard to balance mat prices like that because something like skinning is also brute forceable in that way, and then tailoring mats are brute forceable, whereas something like mining you have to have the node spawn. It's not quite equivalent. You know, it all works out at the end of the day. Bosses die, sun comes up, sun goes down. Puppies take naps. Okay. Have I got all my knowledge? No, I still need an erosion polished slate.
Someone didn't get the message. These
I actually don't really need treasures on this character. Does she have a Valor Stone? She's got like 500. I am constantly in battle of trying to spend my Valor Stones on my priest. I'm once again kind of... I mean, I guess if I did 9 keys, that would help me, because if I got more of the gilded crests, the top level ones, I could upgrade more of like my hero gear. But I'm capped on pink. I'm capped on ruined crest for the week, the pink ones. There's nothing else I could do to get any more of those. And I can't upgrade my gear with anything less. If I had like all like off pieces, you know, like if I had pieces with different stats I wanted to upgrade, that would be an easy way to spend Valor Stones. I just haven't picked up anything like that really. Or like extra trinkets that are potentially good. I only get extra trinkets that are unequivocally useless. Is that the right? They're just bad. I don't know why I'm trying to put extra words in there. They're bad. I get extra trinkets that are bad. Not good. Disenchant. Make it go away. Oh, I got an imperfect nullstone. I thought I was supposed to be getting perfect nullstones. What happened to those? Saw the video where you defeated Asmongold in a pet battle. So fun. Oh man. That was another life. Oh, we're doing this one. You need 4 more point. I do. Oh, there it is. There's the stuff. Alright. Oh, you're right. I do need 4 more points. Oh no, I only got 3. Brutal. You're right. I am 1 point off from that now. Alright. Well, you know, something for next week, I suppose. It takes so many points to cap out Bismuth. Let's go. I'm gonna hearth back. I'm definitely gonna stop gathering any moment now. I can stop anytime I want. It's just fun, you know. There's always something. And I want to see how much all of the stuff that I've picked up is worth. I'm gonna post it all and then see what my auction house value is. And then I want to get on my priest and I want to keep chipping away at Hallowfall. I don't want to give up on this Sojourner achievement. I don't want to give up on like my zone completion efforts. I want to keep... I don't need to do it in a hurry, but I want to keep doing it over time. Also, I just got 4 gold Arathor Spear. Wow. That's a nice proc. Come back. Come sit down. Moving the chair is always a little bit of an experiment when you know there's a cat and a dog that both like to sit millimeters from the wheels. Just right on top of them. Alright. Well, call that good enough? Right? I keep thinking as soon as I don't see any more nodes on my map, and then I'll see 2 more nodes on my map. I mean, I have 6 minutes left on this truth site file. I guess I could tell myself that I'm just gonna stick with it for that long. Are you coming up here? Where'd you go? I had a cat, I lost it. It's behind the desk. Basement. I could do this all day. I don't think it would be a good thing for like my hands or anything, but at least when you're gathering, you know that you're not losing gold. You're losing time. There's no two ways about that, but you're not losing any gold. You can't make a bad investment necessarily. Not in the same way that you can with crafting. Usually what I use is a timer, otherwise I'd sit and farm all day. Okay. She's got 18k. It's just nice to be able to kind of drip feed my main little bits of supplementary gold. I should probably get Leatrix to auto vendor for me. Oh, it does. I wonder why it didn't that time.
My directive is to serve you. Return.
Just farm while I'm sitting in LFG for Mythic Plus. That's a good way to multitask. I've been too scared to pug keys. I thought I was gonna do more key pugging, but turns out not so much. Okay, so that's worth like 700. That's, we're gonna say another 700. Just doesn't check out. 700. Health pots must have come down with the other prices, with the Mica Bloom prices. This add-on is Auctionator. There are faster ways to post things, but I like this one. Yeah. That feels good. 25. Do that. It lets me kind of keep an eye on when somebody's trying to bait the market with like one really cheap thing. Or 10 really cheap things. You can kind of see where the next highest sort of set point is. I'm just going to say 16 for this. 20? Yeah. Map for the No Lotus. Farm HUD was the map add-on. Farm HUD. I'll just send the crystalline powder to my main. She shatters it. I guess I also usually use the viridescent spores. I could hang on to those. 2k worth of that. The beef has really recovered now that people are starting to really chew through feasts. I haven't used it for a very long time as I've had TSM for my banking loans. Nice. Yeah, I used to use TSM.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. And my auctions total about 15k approximately. So that'll get me up to 30, 33k-ish. That should be fine.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
Plus we got a bunch of herb knowledge today. I was very happy with that. I would like to send to my main. She can have 15k. And then she can take these guys. Cool. Alright, let's go see where we're at. Actually, I should probably take a short break, but I want to see where we're at with Hallowfall and how much progress I can make on it today. I will be right back. a special treat to get him to come back. Baby. All right. See if he stays for very long. When did we get dog? Can we keep dog? Yeah, he's changed his colors a lot. His fur got much lighter than it used to be. Oh, yeah, we sold some things. That's good. Okay, so I want to work on specifically Sojourner of Hallowfall. I'm finally getting somewhere with this. Not very fast, but I want to work on that. So I'm gonna head down there. I'll try the thing. Here, let's do the hack. Let's go. Well, hack's a strong word. Follower dungeons, Dawnbreaker, find a group. See how long until I fix this. Trying to max out alchemy, went broke. Sold the extra, got most of it back. Scared and discouraged, but used Auctionator. There you go. Thanks for the recommendation. Anytime. And then we leave the... Do we leave the instance group or do we just, like, walk out? I'm gonna try and just walk out. That seems like a good idea. I need to take some of these plushies and put them back on the shelf. My desk is just covered. Wedge them back up there. Did the last mage quest line? Alright. Well, that didn't work. Maybe I must have needed to have left instance group. Oh, I'm still in the instance group, so we can teleport back to the dungeon. My bad. And then we proper abandon them. Do I get to keep the buffs they gave me? Yes I do. Free Mark of the Wild. Are you leaving? You had your treat and now you're going? You're gonna eat and run? Talk to the NPC. There's a lot of rules that no one mentioned when we first talked about this. Dine and dash. I didn't put them on the shelf so you could get them back down. It's not a game, sweetie. Can you come? Can you come right here? Hey, leave it. Not yours. Yeah, I know. I'm watching you. Hey! Stop shopping! Stop shopping! Do something else. I can't give you a plush toy on stream. I can't do it. Alright, talk to the NPC. Which NPC? I'm surrounded by NPCs. None of them want to talk to me.
Since the decimation of our armada,
Oh, it's so good and so pretty.
Wait. Who are those intruders?
General Steel Strike. Where is she? All the way over there. I don't want to fight mobs. This is not faster. She's way down there. I thought this was just like a port and walk out kind of thing. Never mind. I'm just gonna do this. Gotten stuck, merged into the ship twice. It's not my favorite, but it's probably partly because I'm not very good at it just yet. He's adorable. He's a cute boy. He's left. He's gone. Alright. From here, I like to go just up. Actually, sometimes we take the back way up. But yeah. The thing I ultimately really want to do is work on the full zone percentage, but I don't want to get too obsessed with that until the anniversary patch, which I think we're kind of sort of getting closer to. Because I think a lot of these quest rewards should chip in at that point. Theoretically. So now we're going to get in the slipstream and we'll just ride this all the way up. But yeah, I see the appeal of being an engineer and being able to just port straight there. Hallowfall is the worst zone to get to. But we're there. We're in. Alright. So yeah, not worried about quest mog. Right now, although I do want to do the quests for just the achievement in general. So right now, that's where we're at. I'm going to get distracted by doing a bunch of side quests and world quests that are not what I set out here to do. One of them might actually be relevant. I have a delve quest that may be part of like an actual zone quest out here. And we might need to put BTW quests on. Engineers with their wormhole. I think they should be able to port directly to any of the zones, really, but Hallowfall would be the one it would be most useful for. I haven't tried it myself, but that's the thing. No idea that you can use those flies to fly up there easily. They make your mount go faster, and they also regenerate vigor. So if you ever see one of those little streams, those are a nice little... They're not exactly a shortcut. I would like it if they made the effects, like, way more. But they're nice for kind of boosting you up into the other zones. And they've got, like, those little extra paths in between them. Like, you can't forget about these ones. So you can go straight from Ajike into the Ringing Deeps or into Hallowfall. And vice versa. You can kind of get between them that way. For Isle of Dorn down, I always take the elevator. I never take the core way. The elevator's just faster. For me, anyway. Although I suck at driving, so that could be part of it. Ports are very dangerous. I used it to get up to the Isle real quickly, and it put me on the very edge of the flat earthen thing. You can choose to go somewhere random or to a specific zone. Where you end up in the zone is random, but it helps narrow down the possibilities. Here. Okay, that was not really all that relevant, although it gave me 50 Hallowfall Arathi. It gave me 50 rep. Do I have a BTW quest macro? I must. Yeah, it's the first one. So if I'm looking in Hallowfall, yeah, let's start there. I don't see why not. Let's do that one. Because I started to get to a point where I didn't really have any just like regular quests left on my map, but clearly I have like a ton of questing left to do out here still. And there's some cool... I finally got Hallowfall caught up to the other couple of things. I don't know if I've done... I don't think I've done my Awakening the Machine yet for the week. It wouldn't help me with this, but it would give me a chance to mount. I don't have the Awakening the Machine mount yet.
And attack our people.
Yeah, I can't have done it. If you have a desire to go to an actual movie theater soon, Wild Robot is really good. Is it? Okay. I saw a trailer for it, and I thought it looked cute, but maybe a little bit boring. And I also felt like the trailer, like, showed me the whole movie, as they sometimes do. But, I have not actually seen it yet, and I actually have, some movie theater tickets that are, like, prepaid. Like, I've got ticket credits. And we've just been kind of, like, waiting for a movie that we actually wanted to go see, so maybe we should. I want to go on a movie date. made by the How to Train Your Dragon people, so it's quite good. Oh, I sold that ring enchant. That's nice.
The flame burns.
There we go. That's what we're after. Let's see if we can quest with any degree of speed. I feel like when I first started this expansion and I did that big, long stream, I was all excited that I was like actually like, you know, tracking where I was going, and I was like chunking through quests and leveling as fast as I could, and I completely lost that hustle as soon as I hit level 80. It's been so much slower for me to try to go back and finish these, even though it should be way faster. Like, I should be a much more powerful character. Speaking of which, let's get into a damage spec. Don't even know what's playing right now. Usually something worthwhile. Yeah, I haven't like gone to see a movie that has felt like a total waste of time. I haven't walked out of anything, but sometimes I'm picky. Man, I was having chocolate cravings last night during raid, and I had some chocolates and I ate some chocolates, and then they gave me a sugar migraine, and then I thought, what's the point of life? What? Why? This is so cruel and unusual. I'm paying for my crimes apparently. Maybe I had too many. Maybe I needed something else. I don't know. Hurts though. Doesn't feel so good. Had the yummiest chocolate covered shortbread on my recent flight, and I've been craving them for a week. Oh. So many more distractions with all the weekly quests. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You could eat pure chocolate with no sugar in it. That sounds like a cruel and unusual punishment on its own, though. I'm not naturally like a super dark chocolate person. Bitter flavors are a tough sell for me. I can do them sometimes, but it's not my favorite. Oh, we're just burning them. Okay. We can do that. Interesting that many have sensitivities to sugar, headaches. It's new for me. I didn't used to have this trouble. I used to be able to eat sweets and sweet things without problem. And in the last like couple of years, I've really developed a lot of things that are not as fun for me to eat. They just give me reactions, which sucks, but it so far happens that all of those things are like unhealthy, so it's not that big of a deal to avoid them. You know, it's like, oh no, I can't eat super sugary or super salty or super, you know, I can't eat like a bunch of fried food. Oh no, what am I gonna do? You know, like, guess I have to eat vegetables. Oh, you know, that's why biology constantly evolving. Game called Bear and Breakfast is free in Epic Games. You want to venture a guess on what it is about? Bear and Breakfast. Is it a bed and breakfast with bears? Are there bowls of porridge? Yeah, you can deep fry vegetables. And it can be argued that you should. Tempura is delicious. I haven't had any in a long time though. What are fries if not fried vegetables? Yeah. It's possible that these things always felt bad to eat and I just wasn't paying that much attention before. Because I think I used to have a pretty good distraction regime that kind of tuned me out from anything going on in my body. And as I've kind of started to dismantle that, all of a sudden I've started to notice things that like affect the way that my body feels that I didn't used to either. Maybe they didn't do that, or maybe I didn't notice. Hard to say. I think you also change as you get older. It's normal to want to eat or need to eat different things in your 30s than your 20s. You run a bed and breakfast, but you are a bear. Do you consume the patrons of your bed and breakfast? Is it like a thing where, like, you know, you're running your bed and breakfast and then somebody doesn't leave a tip and they trash the room and you're like, welp, lunch is ready. Doesn't give me those vibes. Oh. Bummer. If you have EGS, you can check for literal free. I don't have EGS, unfortunately. I mean, I know I could get it for free, but... Great game. Had an awesome time playing it. Very cozy. Actually, I was about to say I would make a good bear. I'm basing that off nothing. I have no reason to believe I would make a good bear. I might make a failure of a bear, who's to say? Disrespecting the hard work of bears everywhere. I need bristle spine. Where art thou, bristle spine? That's not true. Hazel, today I found the changeling trinket can have its secondary stat buff changed to another stat by eating a certain food. Did I know that? I don't know if I knew that. I do like to sleep. I had a hard time getting out of bed this morning. I was just very warm and cozy. I had my preferred bedding. You know, I swapped my duvet cover back to the one that breathes better, and I was happier for it. You like to fish salmon and are killer at hibernation, probably. Just learn you don't leave the room clean, leave a tip. Hazel will eat you. I don't think you actually tip. I don't know if you tip at a bed and breakfast. I don't tip at hotels. They charge me enough fees. I would, I mean, I would tip if it was like, if I was getting direct service, but if I'm just staying there and foraging for my own food.
Beware the shadows.
Okay.
Stay alert.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it.
Walk in the light.
They have a carrot in their laundry tub. I guess it's not necessarily a laundry tub, but this is a huge sink. If I had a sink that big, I would bathe my dog in it. It would be so much easier on my back than leaning over the bathtub. Happy to see you live.
Kindness.
Intense treatment during the week. Today I took off. Oh, I'm glad to have you here. I hope things are going well. Questline's pretty good, if you read it.
Feel the warmth of
I know it has something to do with the NPC that we were looking for in the scavenger hunt. That I definitely found through game knowledge and not through Googling it.
Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
How would you get your dog into that sink? 2 people. 2 people and a countdown. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be probably potentially a bit of a problem. It's a bit difficult to lift him. It's not impossible. He's like 72 pounds. He's not like 100 pounds.
Know what to do during
He's not 115 pounds. Yet. See how many treats he gets. Oh yeah, I got stuck up here because I couldn't find the stairwell. That's right. I've just been casually doing everything today with the pumpkin on my head.
Beladar shift in your favor.
Okay.
We burn brightly together.
None of this has actually been giving me Hallowfall rep. But I do get 23 gold sometimes. I want to get my candle back out. I love Waxwick. This is like the most unique pet that I've gotten in a little while. This time around, halfway through, I catch a glimpse of things and think, hang on, that seems interesting. I wonder if I'll unlock more world quests, or if they were already unlocked by default. I know it used to be that you had to do the quest version before they'd let you do the world quest, or at least I thought that was the case. I don't know if they did. They probably don't do that anymore. Doesn't sound like them. Maybe I'll slow down this X-Pack, give it a try. I'm using an add-on called Dialogue UI that kind of puts the quest text into an easier to read. It just makes it bigger. Maybe it changes the font a bit. But I also have been using an add-on that skips right past it. Here, I'll turn off my Leatrix quest automation for the moment. I'll, so just to give it a chance to at least sit on the screen before I exit out of it. If you like that Nashka Het that you unlock by doing a side quest line. Okay. I have 39% completion for Hallowfall. It's getting better. We did the treasures, you know, we did the rare quest. Oh, I'm gonna get an offhand appearance actually for doing this quest line. That's nice.
You carry your torch, you light the city.
Yeah, this is from Dialogue UI. Kobus giving you trouble? Soon the people of Valhand's claim. Well, maybe you should have gone and done it in the first place.
Shifts seek shelter. For the
Alright, well, we took their
Empire.
spears. To Earth and named them Strata and Goldar. You may or may not get a cat in that bed. Hard to say. I'll leave it up for a while just in case. You know what I might need to cave on this winter that I've been resistant to for years? Electric socks. Every time anybody's ever recommended them to me, I've always been like, that's too much. That's too far. I would light my feet on fire. And, you know, foot immolation yet to be determined, but might be the year to give it a try. Yes. This is the way. You know, it might help. Because I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I'm so toasty warm in this area. The flannel sweater's really working. You know, my fingers aren't too bad. I don't have a hot water bottle right now, but my fingers aren't too bad. But my feet are just too far from my heart. Got mine ready to go. I mean, I've got hand warmers. I could stick them in my slippers. I'm just, I don't know if that would actually do a good job. I guess there's one way to find out. Because it's not like I have bare feet here. I have, like big fuzzy slippers that I wear around all the time. And they do make a difference, but... I'm going to try putting hand warmers on low into my shoes and see if that is a good idea or if I'm just going to burn my feet. I've got socks on. They're on low. What are feet if not the hands and the legs? Gonna guess a microwave. Yeah, I don't see myself buying one, but if I moved into a place that had a microwave already in it, I don't think I would go out of my way to remove it unless it was really gross or something. Yeah, fuzzy slippers only help when your body produces the heat for the slippers to capture. They somewhat help insulate me from how cold the floor gets. Sometimes I read about places with like in-floor radiant heat and I go, ooh, but then I go, you don't need that. Whenever I get too greedy, I like to remind myself that humanity has been around for thousands of years. And it's not normal to live with the kind of luxury that you can read about online nowadays. You can get by just fine with not that much. Got a new large sturdy gaming desk. And my desire to move everything from my current desk to that one is near zero. Gaming desk sounds exciting though. I loved getting this one. I want to use it forever. How well would you have survived for most of history? We'll never know is the thing. You never know how tough you are in varying circumstances unless you're in them. A lot of people have more grit in them than they know about.
If the shadows find you, call.
Stay productive in the light, vigilant in the night.
Never know.
We are the holders of hope.
Alright, have some
Feel the
spears.
warmth of the sacred flame.
I do think that if we're talking a zombie apocalypse, which isn't history, as far as I know, but just like, if that ever happened, I don't want any part of it, because it just seems like it would all smell too bad. And I don't want to work that hard to survive if I'm just going to have my intestines pulled out of my tummy and then chewed on in front of me. Just doesn't seem like a good way to go. And even for a zombie apocalypse, I'd probably just lay down. I would be torn because I would be like, well, if I give up really early, then yes, I could avoid a lot of unmentionable horrors. But also, what if, you know, contrary to popular media, the apocalypse gets sorted out very quickly and then everything's fine. And then I just, like, gave up on day 4, you know? Like, you gotta bunker down for a while just to kind of see how things are going. But then the question is, well, for how long? Who's to say? Couldn't give up my microwave for making good baked potatoes fast? Low. The main thing that I miss it for is for defrosting frozen things like curry and sauces and stuff. Because those things can be kind of annoying to defrost on the stovetop. But also, defrosting those things, like frozen tomato sauces and whatnot, was probably the #1 reason that my microwave would get messy. I used to have like the splatter shields and stuff and I would use them, but most of the messes I had to clean up in the microwave were from heating up like sauces like that, so. I have a deep and unmoving hatred of like a really messy microwave. I used to work at a place that had a communal shared break room microwave that was always messy. And I lived in a couple of places where you were sharing with people and it was just kind of like a layered grime of the ages sort of situation. And I'm not about it. Growing up, if anything got on the walls of the microwave, you would clean it immediately or else. Okay. There we we doing here? We need more tinder boxes, and then we're helping out the kiddo.
I like it when the star shines.
Pretty sure come the apocalypse, partner will lay down. Unfortunately, I'm stubborn, so she's gonna have to wait for me. I mean, what if there's the apocalypse, and I manage to find, like, an abandoned cottage out in the woods, and, you know, garden and grow food and whatever, in a mildly self-sufficient way. That's ambitious. It's a lot of work to grow enough food to feed adult humans, but anyway, putting that aside, let's pretend maybe there's a bountiful lake of fish or something. And then, you know, if the zombies never make it to me, and the militias and the never make it to me, could reasonably just kind of have a nice little life. Couldn't. You never know, I suppose. But yeah, as soon as we get to actually fighting zombies, I don't think I'm having fun anymore. It's not something I really fantasize about. Cobus reanimated the fallen stalwarts. Oh, okay. I was wondering what those people were. They used to be people.
You carry your torch, you light the city.
We burn brightly together.
8 torches around the perimeter, and then observe the relighting of the Dawn Tower. I do like the idea of this offhand appearance.
Keep an eye
This
on
looks
the
very
Dawn
nice.
Towers.
I could totally use that, especially as a priest.
May Beladar stay in the light.
Parents are basically preppers, so I have a country bolt hole already. The hard part won't be killing zombies, but trying not to kill my parents. I think in my family I might need to be the prepper eventually. Prep the bolt hole. It's just a house. It has no security at all. I put cacti on the windowsills and I call that good. Sometimes at the store, when I look at the plants, I have to walk by the cacti because I remember that they're just gonna hurt me when I make a mistake and that they won't love me back. Sometimes listen to your stream as I'm playing WoW. That sounds like a pretty comfy setup. Man, the hand warmers in the slippers working okay. Lots of cold spots and warm spots. No, we're not getting burned, which is good, but I wouldn't say the heat's really radiating very far yet. Maybe we can give it some time. Overly harsh. Cacti are okay, you just have to respect their personal space. Yeah, I'm not a careful person, and I can be careful for short periods of time, but sharing my home with something physically dangerous like that, it's not an if I'm going to slap my cactus by accident, it's a when. Or like grab it the wrong way when I'm repotting it, or, you know, it gets knocked over and I'm trying to pick it up before like a pet gets to it or something. It's just, for the climate that I live in, I think it's just not worth it. If I lived in a climate that supported them better, there's other succulents that I can grow in my one sunny window that don't want to hurt me quite so badly. I think cacti are really cute. That's why I have to talk myself out of them all the time. I do like them. But I find them a bit difficult. Part of that being is that I live very far from the desert. Although you'd think that by that logic I would have an easier time with ferns, and I do not. I can't keep them wet enough.
Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
That reminds me, I need to water a bunch of plants today. Dawn Tower lit. Oh, it's literally inside. I'm thinking, where am I going? Oh, 2 feet from me. Don't mind me.
Outsider. Always be prepared. Beware the shadows.
One new offhand appearance. Ferns are so lovely but hard indeed. Nowadays the struggle with any plant. I've kind of weeded out, pun intended, any plant that's too high maintenance to be able to cope with me and my neglect. So I have a lot of very sturdy, very hardy houseplants that can handle me forgetting about them for a while.
'Tis the way of the
Blessed with a very nice growing zone. What about a nice Christmas cactus? I've had those before. I just like the zygo cactuses. I just don't like them that much. I don't know what it is. They just don't appeal to me that much. I've had they're you know they exist and they bloom and they kind of do their thing and they just don't really do it for me, I guess. Go letting them die to weed out themselves. Never repot. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick a new quest to do, that's right. So we did Felon's Claim. What about the Sky's the Limit? Any prereqs here? Nope. Alright, looks like we're gonna start this one over there at Lightspark. Survival of the easiest. I like other jungle cacti that have thinner stems. What's been doing well for me? I have a little ficus, actually, that is surprisingly tolerant. Ficuses can sometimes be divas, but this one doesn't really mind me. I have a couple snake plants. I wish they weren't so expensive. I guess when mine get bigger, I can propagate them and get more that way. I love them, and they work perfectly for me. But if I want new ones, it's like 20 bucks each, and I don't think so. Even just like a little baby one, and they still want like $7 to $10 for like a 2 inches of snake plant. And, no thank you. I like buying little plants for like $2 so that if it dies, I don't feel too invested. Hello, Hazel and chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello. I hope you're having a lovely week. Growing some herbs. I no longer am currently running the herb garden. I still have it, but I honestly couldn't keep up with it. It was growing faster than I could prune it, and it would get overgrown and then run into problems. I've reset it a couple of times and I keep running into the same thing. I need to do that when I can either keep it in a place that I check on more often, like my kitchen. Actually, I probably could put it in my kitchen. For the longest time, I didn't want to keep it in my kitchen because that was the same kind of general space that Moose slept in, sort of attached to the living room where his bed was. And I didn't want to keep my poor dog up all night because this thing had like an 18-hour light cycle. But,
Don't despair.
Moose sleeps with me now. Moose sleeps in the bedroom, so I guess I can have lights on in there all night if I want. That might be not a bad idea. I love having fresh herbs in the winter. Cheers me up.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it.
I guess maybe the fish might mind, actually. I have a fish tank out there that they like to sleep at night, too. I'd hate to stress them out to death. Engineering instructor. Because yeah, it does a great job at, it's like a hydroponic growing kit, and it does an amazing job at growing stuff, but the lights are so bright that they're like difficult to be around. Watching some of your videos on YouTube, do you know if Blizzard is going to add more content to professions, like more alchemy potions? I'm not I would not be expecting to see anything like that just randomly. Sometimes you'll get like a new craft or two in a patch. But for the most part, they do professions on like an expansion by expansion basis. So we got like a whole new batch of alchemy things to make with the War Within, and I would expect to get another batch in midnight. You know, like you do it sort of expansion by expansion. What if you gave your fish little wee sunglasses? What if I tint their aquarium? We get some scheduled tinting going on. In this garden, the lights are crazy bright. Yeah, the plants love them, but they're a little difficult to live with sometimes. And they look cool too. I thought those last two. I've got 2 cherry barbs left. They're the last 2 from my little school, and I kind of thought that because they were the last 2, they weren't going to live that much longer because over the course of 2 and a bit years now, 2.5 years, you know, the other ones have kind of lived their lives and passed on. And I was kind of waiting for the last 2 to go so I could put something else in the tank without stressing them out. But they're doing fine. They're doing surprisingly well. So I suppose they can stay there as long as they want. Far be it for me to hurry them along. Some people will do like a retirement tank where they just have like various scraps of little schools of fish. But I only have the one aquarium right now, so. I want to get a female beta, but I don't want to risk putting it in with the two last cherry barbs, because if they didn't get along, I would feel terrible. I may as well just wait. This is going much better. Oh, that's a cool mace. There's so many gardening tools. There's so many gardening tool weapon mods. I think it's great. I want more gardening shirts. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like if they do give us not for another hour. If they do give us quest items for already completed quests for other... Did they say they were going to do that, actually? I always kind of lose track of... I mean, it doesn't matter, but I always kind of lose track of what they did and didn't promise for what they're going to do for transmog collecting, but if they make it so that we can, on a Warbound completed quest, have all of the different armor types worth a mog, that would make a huge difference to my collection. They did. Okay. And that should be 10:05, like the anniversary patch, theoretically. Hopefully. You never know. I remember when they said that white and gray transmog was coming, and then it was like ages before they actually got it working in the game. They did eventually do it, but not when they said they would. How are my Valor Stones doing? 1,700. We got a little bit of overhead room.
Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
Ooh, lots of rep. And a cloak.
If the shadows find you, call.
Can't remember the last time that I mogged a cloak that wasn't like a special appearance cloak. Just like a regular tacked on the back of my character cape. People wear them. They're for somebody.
May Baladar stay in the light.
There's a school up here? This is news to me. Wish we could exchange Valor Stones for gold or something. Yeah, or send them to alts would be nice.
May Baladar stay in the light.
We are the holders of hope.
The student is trying to turn in her report after the deadline. And the principal's like, no, it's late. I cannot accept this. And now we're going to harass him at his home, okay. I have done the last mage quest, yes. Some claw sets look good with the cape, but leather hired, it's silly.
We burn brightly
Sorry to bother you
together.
at home. On one hand, rules are rules. Once you start making exceptions, the system becomes unfair. This will determine the next Arathi airship captain. Oh no, don't give me responsibility. This is terrible.
If the shadows find
Oh,
us,
she's
call.
gonna hate me.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it. Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
Thoughts in the ring induced being graveyard. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Like people die there? People die everywhere. Misplaced Arathi attire, huh? Oh dear. Alright, well I think I at least completed... Yeah, I did complete that that quest, that's good. I want to pet a couple more cats. There's a couple in Merildar I haven't pet yet. I don't know if they're always up, but go take a look. One starts down there. Okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere. I kept seeing these paw prints on my map, and they're from, I think they're from Handy Notes, and they're marking where the cats like to end up. Although they do, I think, patrol sometimes. Maybe inside. I don't know what you get for doing this achievement, but it involves petting Lynx, so I can't complain. Oh. Open flame near hair seems like a bad idea. Good thing you can heal. Yeah, true. If it weren't for this ponytail, we would be in absolute ruins. Later on, thanks for the farm hunt tip. Of course! All the dead earth and the statues there. Kind of somber to me. Yeah, I suppose so. I think after the Shadowlands, nothing really... nothing really, Oh. Oh, I like that this one is branded Menace. This is very understandable. Did we pet the cat? What is the achievement for, anyway? The missing links. What do we get for it? Nothing? Okay. Maybe it's for the meta. Gob. On the other bed. It's gonna be so satisfying if later in the War Within they come out with a meta achievement and I'm actually finished with all of the old bits of it and I don't have to go back and repeat anything. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cats. There's 2 of them there. I don't know where the rest of them would be. Maybe they're missing. Hazel, will you make an earthen? I actually made one. I just didn't level it. And I was thinking of maybe remaking it as something else. I made a warrior, but I didn't, I want to either change her name or change something else. Alright, I'm gonna read this one. Why not? Greetings. Got a whole mess of jaw crawlers. Drive them off and we can focus on a long-term plan. Right.
Shine on you.
Oh, yeah. Did 2 named Flintstone. Haven't played it. Honestly, after all this talk about Dark Iron dwarves and their teleporting, I'm thinking Earthen might not be the right kind of dwarf for me to make. Get another Dark Iron going. I just haven't really been feeling the itch to play or make a bunch of alts. I've been feeling like my priest covers most of my needs, and then my hunter kind of scratches the rest of it. My hunter's sort of like my casual alt right now that maybe does like, I don't know, a couple of delves, a little bit of world content, some gathering, and that's about it. And it's just been, I've been so satisfied by just running around on my main, trying to get as much done on her as I can. Eventually I'll run out of stuff to do. All of these things that I'm doing, like the side quest lines and the completion, those are, for the most part, those are one-time things. And then there's other things that I'm doing that have like a definite end point. Like I might go do Awakening the Machine for a chance at the mount. Sounds like a good idea. But once I get the mount, then I can probably cut out, you know, stop doing Awakening the Machine. Alright, my girlfriend is a lamplighter. I thought she'd be back. Can you go make sure she's okay, deliver a message, and pick up some of her flowers? Okay, that's nice. Dark Irons are great. I'm not biased because my main's one. Not at all. What's the coolest earthen racial? I know they get like a food buff all the time and you just change the stat of it so they can save money on feasts and stuff. That's kind of nice. Do all the content for crystals, you need to buy all of the Mog in the main city. That's true! That's a lot! That's a lot of content. I mean, leveling alts will help with that for sure. Extra XP for exploration. Increased armor. So they're not really selling me. The exploring one is neat. Yeah, I guess. It's something you only really benefit from while you're leveling. What add-on are you using for your quests? I have a couple add-ons going on here. Dialogue UI is what's making the quests appear very big and easy to read. That's Dialogue UI. That's probably the one we're talking about. This is all the things. That's tracking zone completion, and then this is BTW quests, and that's kind of helping me find quest lines. When they die, they turn into a pile of rubble. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold. I love my gnome right now. Escape Artist is so nice on Onsurek, and also other places, but like, just being able to snap out of a root has been coming in really handy in the last couple of tiers. Made mine a Resto Shaman. The Quiet Contemplation was my favorite racial that determined what I made. BTW quest was invaluable to me for the Shadowlands meta. Helped so much. Yeah, it's good. I did have an issue with it in one of the earlier zones. Might have been the Ringing Deeps, where one of the quest lines was just in the wrong spot. So I was trying to look for it, but I'd already finished it, so it wasn't up. But we made it. We got past that. Death Tide could give me shoulders. Oh, those are nice looking shoulders too. I never really killed Death Tide. I did it once because I got the things to summon it. A lot of different loot from rares. You can do Pride of Beladar every day, and he's got like 4 things I could use. BTW quest was clutch because I joined in Season 3 Dragonflight, and doing quests out of order did not help. Yeah. It's a lot more user-friendly than trying to like dig through Wowhead and paste in quest completion strings to find out where you've left off. I think I might have enough wax to get another thing from the Ringing Deeps as well. Alright, let's go bring the flowers to his girlfriend. It's me, a delivery person.
Cobus infest the hungering pool and attack our people.
Did the Arathi have a Noah's Ark thing going on? That's a great question. Somebody probably knows. We're going real far for this. I find, just for me personally and the way my brain works, the way that all the things lays out quest lines makes them a little bit tricky for me to find. I agree that you can like pin NPC waypoints on the map really easily with it. You know what, actually, I don't usually have quest completion turned on for it, so I'm probably just not looking at the right section of it. But I like the UI from BTW. Alright, I told Orin I'd be back by now. I'm better with a sword. If I tell you what I want to get across, you could write the letter. Maybe you guys should be having this conversation with yourselves. Thanks for checking on me, sweetie. I'm okay. Hope you're not worried. Just dealing with some Cobus. Thanks for the nice flowers. I'm also terrible at writing messages, and I always just want to say the most to-the-point thing possible. I like you and look forward to seeing you. Here, you can stick a love you at the end just so they don't get too worried. I wonder what he's gonna say about that if the response changes based on what you put into it. I'm actually not sure. The Holy Sarah questline was... Oh. Miss your face. It does, so this will be interesting. See, I thought it was a very nice message. You know, it gets her point across very quickly. It doesn't take very long to read. She's obviously not good enough with words to write it herself, so I feel like it would be pretty in character to be a little bit blunt with it. I relate to that. Really glad to hear she's okay, but I have a huge problem now. Yeah, that's fine. Shouldn't have said Eliza to gather as much food as she can. When a wagon came by full of food from Eraldar, she started chasing it. Stop, Eliza. Out of control, needs to be stopped. Great. Also, this is going to give me that that rake weapon mod and another 500 rep. Oh dear. Oh no, tetanus. So that's what it does. Oh, now we're delivering the message, I see. I kind of thought we did that already.
We are the holders of hope.
Ymir sent this for you. What does he say? Yeah, no, it's fine. Alright, give me my rake.
Belladar shine on you.
Cool. And we're now at 16. We can get more resonance crystals. 16. I thought I just hit 14. No, I hit 16. I guess all this questing has been really catching me up. That's kind of nice. I wonder if I should do Nightfall Sanctum. It won't be bountiful or anything. We can do it on literally any difficulty and we'll still get some credit for our weekly pinnacle cash and whatever. Using that rake with the trading post ensemble. That's awesome. That's a great look. And then there's a Cobus down there. Let's see here. Nah, I want to keep questing. We're getting somewhere here. What grows in the dark? Can we do that one? There's so many quest lines out here. Go to Captain True Flame. All right. Looking through all the other stuff that I'm missing here. They'll sell me a dagger and also a torch. Is it for anything? $42.54. Need Marilar somewhere. Maybe they need something for it. Oh, there's a lot of quests over here, actually. Maybe I should just pick up all of them.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend.
Alright, Irathi Empire founded on faith. Yeah. I'm just a cold person. This is perfectly fine writing, but this is oversharing to me. If I just met someone and in the same sentence they told me that their teacher would tell me to strike me down where I stood, but you know what, I want to be a better man for my better half, I would be like, why are you talking to me? What are you saying? Salamander hearts? Fine. That's so much information. Ask if she's an elf. We just met. I thought we were sailing towards a glorious fight. Alright. Please excuse my husband's rudeness. Don't get me involved. We settled here. Been stockpiling a cache of wine. My hiding place has been overrun. Can you get my hidden wine for me? Alright. It's like a recipe block. Yeah. You're only getting that because of your spec? Oh, because I'm a Shadow Priest? Oh, okay. I guess that makes a little bit of sense. I was thinking, what do you know about me and my life? Who told you my secrets? And then I also meant to pick this one up as well. Airships give the Irathi command of the skies. Roads are the lifeblood of empires. Locate the missing scouting party. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll do the other one first. like to know if they're crazy right off the bat. That quest is only available to certain classes and races? Oh. You wouldn't be able to do it as holy? Forsaken get it by default. Interesting. So it's probably not involved in the Sojourner questline then? But it's gonna give me rep. Plus I don't know, something to disenchant. Bring Deeps, there's some class quests. I don't know what is to priest. Interesting. I did not know that. This is the first time learning of it. But you know what? It seems like a pretty straightforward kill quest, so I'll forgive him on that basis alone. I love me a go. Loot 6 things and kill another 12. The mage one called me a vending machine. That's not true. Vending machines can charge. Replaced by another quest for the non-voidy or deathy races. Would I be able to do that quest if I switch back to holy? Do I get access to both of them? Because that'd be kind of cool. Lived your entire life in a zealous, light-based empire. Seeing a Death Knight or a Demon Hunter walk up to you would probably be a little off-putting. I suppose so. Okay, that's enough hearts, and now we need some wine. Did someone say why? She stashed it for a rainy day, but then the wildlife came for it. Ears perked up. Like mooses. Moosey left me. Moosey's dad came home, so I think he's probably hanging out over there. He's a bit of a Velcro dog when he misses somebody. I want one more barrel. Hello? Ah, aha.
Shadows continue to gather where we least expect them. Take to the skies and strike them down.
Well, I'm keeping my eye on you. Alright, that's fine. You
Productive
did
in
it.
the light. Vigilant
You're trying to
in
lure
the
me into a
night.
false sense of hope, true.
For the Empire, may the shadows pass you by.
Defeat a coalesced.
Stay
Yeah,
alert.
alrighty.
We
No
are
worries.
the warriors of the sacred flame. Take your
You
lead.
prevented a small riot from forming. Yeah, I bet. He likes to Velcro Kira too. He really does. One day, if I'm really lucky, she's gonna figure out that he's warm. And then they'll finally snuggle. Like I wish they would. Not that it's any of my business whether my dog and cat want to cuddle, but it would just be so cute. He would. She just has to realize that he's nice and toasty warm. And he's soft and he smells nice. And then he has to stay still long enough for, for her to figure that out. Good day, Hazel and Chat. Hope everyone has a great day. Good day, Darabellia.
Greetings, outsider.
Alright, yeah, I'll turn it off. He'll be her personal pillow. That's how our farm pup and cat work. Aw.
Stay productive in the light. Vigilant in the night.
Alright, well, I don't think that one was necessarily for the Sojourner questline. Maybe it was. Maybe it was something involved. Let's go find that scouting party. This is a tiny bit more fun when you read. I will concede that. When you have some vague idea of what you're doing, it is a tiny bit more fun. Hi, Hazel. Just want to say thanks for enabling me to BS my way through Dragonflight heroic raids. Anytime. Appreciate it. Oh, glad to hear it's working out. That's the dream. That's the goal.
The flame burns for all of us. When
Alright, how you doing, buddy?
Seek shelter for the Empire.
He's scared.
Beware the shadows.
Apparently everybody died, or at least he thinks everybody died. Is it true? Yep, you're pretty dead. Oh gosh. And infested with wasps. That's not very nice. Well, at least we picked up her compass and not like her spleen.
You carry your torch, you light the city. Always be
Why do I think this is gonna make him feel better?
May the shadows pass you by.
The roads were meant to be lit.
Stay
Alrighty.
productive in the light, vigilant in the night.
This guy is gone. Foul muck smothered our lanterns, and we stumbled in the dark through knee-high waters. Be warned, there's something in the water.
For the Empire.
Alright. Death to the swamp it is. Sounds like a spa visit in here. There's just like some nice fireflies. It would be a cool concept for a spa. Maybe a little less muck and a little less swamp and a little more grotto. Nice mud facial salt scrub, right? Sounds kind of luxurious. A couple less spiders. You know, keep the fireflies, lose the mosquitoes, that kind of thing. This effect is just taking me back to Silken Court. They do that. Also, ow.
We are the seekers of light.
In the dark, even the plants want us dead. What did the plants do?
Seek shelter.
I guess maybe she tripped on one and then died. We're looking for some monsters. The goblins kind of did it in the spiders, so true, true. It's the cactus, they heard about you. They're out for revenge. Do you think we're due for a good, like, horror movie about carnivorous giant plants? You know? Sounds like something that they would have made a bunch of in the 70s and 80s. Do we need a modern one? Not for me, but, you know. For the enthusiasts. The connoisseurs. I hope so. I feel like it would be a fun creative challenge to try to make an enormous Venus flytrap scary. They would have to move very fast. And there would have to be some reason for you to go anywhere near them, because it's the thing about a sessile monster. If it's stuck in the ground like a barnacle, you can escape it pretty easy. Little Shop of Horrors exists. Carnivorous jungle. That is true. I still haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors. I had that whole, like, Hazelstream plotline with the mystery plant for years. And never did get around to watching the movie. Yeah, you're right. I still have to watch it.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend. Beware the shadows. May the shadows pass you by.
Seems easy enough. Moose almost caught a mouse yesterday. We were walking and he spotted one and he like lunged for it and he almost got it, which would have been a bad day for everybody involved. And then I was trying to figure out if it, because I only saw it for like a second, and I was wondering if it was a mouse or a rat, because Video games have completely skewered my perception of how big rats are supposed to be. In my brain, because of Dark Souls, if it's not the size of a terrier, then it's probably a mouse. But there must be some middle ground where it's still a rat. Dialogue UI is the name of the quest that makes this look like this. Alright, Debt of Gratitude is owned. You betcha. Here we go. There's only 3 of these left. Okay, we can finish this. We can do this. Weight of duty. Can we do it? I don't actually see it on this list. A little bit of a different one. Rest at last, maybe? Oh no, there's weight of duty. Go there in Maridalar. Do any of these start closer to here? Memories of the Sky, perhaps? Or Rest at Last? There's Memories of the Sky. That one is taking me... Yeah, it's a little closer. Alright, we'll go over there. Bit of overlap depending on the species, I imagine. Haven't watched you in a while. Hope things are going well. Thanks, Phoenix Queen. So is this relevant? That's a Delver's Call quest. Yeah, right. 100 resonance crystals. I'm sure we'll get that done eventually. Oh, things are going good. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this Sojourner achievement. There we go. This one I think didn't come to me as naturally because there's a lot of quest givers that are just kind of around. Me and Mags are in charge of clearing the sky. But we're not as spry as we used to be. Smack them the old-fashioned way, flying through them or killing them normally. I like the options. And then we also want to torch some eggs. You betcha. Anarchy Moose, thank you for the 48th month resub. Happy 4 years, Hazel. Thank you very much. 4 years. We're all getting wiser over here. Where's my torch? It's not gonna let me use that. There it is. I was in so much of a hurry to get all the side quests done before the season started, and then I decided to not do Mythic Plus. When I was subbed to you, I was still a Shadowlands baby. Ah. We always, Oh, wow. You can kill those really fast. I'll always be a Wrath baby. No matter how many expansions we play through. Four years ago was 2020, I guess, actually. That's kind of crazy. Stuck in combat? There we go. Almost 5 years? Yeah, since the plague. I was just thinking that, like, when that's a half a decade away, not that there's anything that really happens from there, and it's not like the plague's over or anything, but, kind of nuts. Oh, did I not? I only caught 14 to 15 of them. Subbed in January 2022. It was, quite the moment for internet entertainment, because there wasn't a whole lot else going on for a few minutes. Time is weird. Legion came out 8 years ago, and it feels like last year still to me. I remember seeing the Legion announcement at Gamescom and thinking how I wasn't quite ready yet for the future.
The Empire is forever.
One thing I always do is muck around for valuables. Find lost mementos. Alright. Garrisons are 10 years old next month. That's nuts. Yeah, it's a weird thing to think about. I started playing WoW so young. I mean, not as young as a lot of people. Lots of people started playing when they were actual babies, but I was 16 when I picked it up, which was half a lifetime ago. I have no idea what could have possibly fallen. Something just like... I don't know, I'm not wearing any hairpins, it's very strange. And, you know, you change so much as a person, and your life changes so much, and you go through so many different phases, you know, from 16 to 32. And it's wild to me that the game has been here the whole time, and that, you know, my relationship to the game has changed a lot too. Mind you, I was 19. Yeah, 19's pretty young too. I mean, different people will like mature at different rates. I was somebody that thought I had matured very young, and it turns out it was not true. Kind of insane to think about. But alas, here I am. I don't know if I would have bet that I would still be playing WoW. If you'd asked me when I was like 16 or 19 or 22 if I was still going to be playing when I was 32, I don't know if I would have guessed. Maybe? I was pretty stubborn about it. I remember all my other friends would kind of come and go, and they would kind of take breaks, and I was just like die hard about it. I wouldn't take a break from WoW for anything. I was like very loyal to it in a way that didn't necessarily make sense. But I was having fun, so I didn't see any reason why not. I was very, very invested. And I'm still invested, but I have more separation from it than I used to, which is a good and a bad thing. Many people think that way about themselves. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a classic teenager mentality to just think that you're very smart and you're all finished growing up. That you don't have anything else left to learn. And that you're definitely smarter than all the other teenagers, and your choices are for sure going to work out. Take a few of these with you. Plush links. There we go. Oh, that was a nice short little line. What else we got? Oh, I'm already partly done with this one. 4 game pieces. Am I on this quest? I'm on this quest. Am I? I'm lost. We'll go over there. I might have abandoned it because I thought it was taking me into Ashgahet before I was ready to go. I was 12 when I started. No, I'm almost 30. I'm crazy that I've been playing since I was 9. 26 now. It's wild to think that it's just been there. No, my Twitter bio is very old. I Evoker healed for the first 2 seasons of Dragonflight. I've been a priest main since Dragonflight Season 3. I'm not convinced I still have the login to my Twitter. It's not something that I use anymore. Every once in a blue moon I'll need to post something and I'll send it out there, but I don't have it handy. Or no, maybe it's my Facebook. My Facebook I think is still technically attached to my old phone number, and I haven't been able to get it switched to my new phone number, and it wants me to get into my old phone number, which I no longer have access to, so rip. What did you do before Evoker? Priest. I was a priest for a long time. I was nothing really I started playing in Wrath, and I would bounce around to different characters and mains constantly until late Mop. Late Mop was when I picked Priest, and then I stuck with Priest as Shadow, and then later Holy, all the way through the end of BFA. Or Shadow through the end of BFA, and then Holy through Shadowlands. And then for Dragonflight, I did 2 seasons as a Prevoker. So that's complete. Maybe we'll pick up there. Let's go back to Merildar. Take a little look-see. I find it funny that we used to use the term Wrath Baby to describe somebody who started in Wrath because it meant you hadn't been playing long. Yeah, Wrath Babies were seen as bandwagoners when I started. It was, because the game was so popular in that moment. So there was definitely a little bit of a divide between the people that had been there the whole time and then everybody that was just hopping in late. BTW Quest is the name of the add-on that I'm using to find my place in the quest line here.
Step into the light.
yeah, just, I mean, no one ever really successfully gate-kept me from anything. I don't think people really tried. You're always going to get a little bit of that energy in any community. Even the most open and welcoming ones will still have some people that are not thrilled about newcomers. Anytime that you feel a little threatened in your identity, or you're not wanting to share your space. One of my lieutenants did not report in. Go
Always be
find
prepared.
them. Okey-dokey. I had played in the beta for vanilla, and I distinctly remember leveling dozens of characters to 5 and then deleting them and starting over at the ripe old age of 7. That's crazy to me.
Belladar shift in your favor.
I don't have time for that. All right, I'll talk to you. Why didn't you show up to your shift? I'm sorry. Wish I knew how to get past this. You call yourself a paladin with all this whining. Alright.
Stay alert. Beware the shadows.
Plans give me structure and a goal to achieve. Let me think about the optimal way to relax. This is so weirdly emotionally healthy. It reads like this character has spent 3 weeks in therapy and now they think they know everything. And this is, like, they did this in Dragonflight a little bit too. A lot of the different interactions and quest lines and storylines just started feeling like very hypersensitively modern in a way. Not in being progressive, I think that's great, but just in things like, I don't know, a lot of thinking about your optimal function when maybe that makes sense for this character. I don't think it's a bad story to tell or anything. It just feels very like 2024. It feels like this person's been like scrolling mental health TikToks and they've come up with a couple of ideas. Have you done Mr. Sunflower's quests? I'm not sure. I wasn't reading them for a while. Fishing is good for the soul. That's true. Ancient Death. Oh! Hang on. Child's former fishing rod. Why doesn't it look like a fishing rod? I want to fish with a staff that looks like a fishing rod so people can think I kept a fishing rod on it, and then I go, no, it's just my staff. The whole Blue Dragonflight story was big Calic therapy. Dragonflight was pretty heavy-handed with that kind of thing. Part of the mentality shift. Seems like they taped that a little bit this go around. I don't want to come across the wrong way. I don't think any of those things are bad. It's just odd to hear them so, like, clearly laid out in, like, quest text writing. That's all. It's like, normal people aren't usually that emotionally aware. And also, at the same time, ready to share openly to that degree with, you know, random priest that just walked into a store. Yeah, I think there being a balance is a good thing. But also, I can't sit here and complain about quest writing when I don't even read it most of the time, so. I thought we were here to go fishing. Oh, we can't. There's too many bears. I mean, weren't the bears here first? Would love for WoW to survive another 100 years, and I'll be 125 by then. Did you get the artifact from Legion? The fishing artifact? Yeah, I think I made a video about it. I don't know where it is. It might be in my bank somewhere.
The flame burns for all of us. Always be prepared. Stay
Alright.
alert.
I think we sorted that out. Excited about what comes. This storyline felt like a bunch of last-minute changes. Did you ever accurately predict a WoW expansion before? I don't think so. I don't usually try very hard. I don't really see the point. They're gonna make whatever they're gonna make.
Step into the light.
I don't have any kind of clairvoyance. I don't have any, like, inside contacts, and if I did, I would probably not share. You know? Will not institute any punishment for his absence. Yeah.
Always be
Okay.
prepared.
I only have one quest line left to do here. I'm usually pretty happy to find out what's going on whenever they're ready to post it. Okay, wait, in the next raid when we take down Galileo, expert to stop repairing the Zalatath trinket with stolen azurite. Rest at last. Okay, we've got one more of these. And it's the one that I'm already halfway done. Quest giver, Anduin Rin. Baron Lothar. Is she around here? I just gotta track down where I was at here. That one? Oh no, here she is. Perfect, okay.
We are a light in the darkness.
So let's get some game pieces, I suppose. All the speculation videos don't bother, gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean it's a time-honored entertainment tradition. People like to speculate for fun. I wouldn't take that away from anybody, it's just not something that I really do. Warcraft Rumble time. I've got enough to be getting on with in the present without worrying too much about the future.
Kindness.
Do you have a game
Belladar
piece?
shine on you.
This is a sick stove. Ah, does it? Can you actually cook on it? It doesn't look like you can. If I could summon this as a cooking fire, that would be amazing. I predict the next expansion is going to involve elves and be called Midnight. Yeah, heard it here first, folks. The name Midnight. It's just because of me, and it just makes me think of Twilight. It just makes me think of glitter vampires. I was the perfect age for those books when they came out, and that will forever, I'm just gonna see the book covers in my brain. Hello? Game piece? We got the glitter vampires in Revendreth. Add-on you're using that changes dialogue UI. It is conveniently called Dialogue UI. There's a link to it. Should be at the bottom of my add-on spreadsheet there. But you basically guessed it. You're right on the head. You hit the nail on the head with that. You can't tell me Denathrius didn't have a bit of sparkle. Denathrius had stage presence. Somebody leave one here? Under the table, maybe? I don't want to just start mashing my interact key. It's just gonna have me sitting down in a bunch of chairs. Oh, maybe it's upstairs. There are stairs. Okay, that makes more sense. My best friend thought he was so hot. There we go. Plush links is a currency? Currency for what?
We are the holders of hope for the
Some
Empire.
crests and resonance crystals
Always
and
be
stuff.
prepared.
Oh, can I get a thing? I
Sacred
thought I could get a
flame
thing.
guide your way, friend.
I thought we unlocked like a... We unlocked a pet. 6,500 resonance
The
crystals.
darkness comes. We
Holy macaroni, that's so many.
Belladar shifts.
There we go.
It is
I think I'm really close to
inevitable.
finishing this achievement, actually. Turns in maybe up here? Wrong building? Dreadlord stole the sword, taking off with him, so he's out there somewhere. I didn't actually remember that. That's good. Maybe maybe they'll be able to bring him back. He's gotta be in this building. Oh, there's more up. I see. What did you guys have for lunch?
A lamplighter brings hope. Despite everything, the Orathi find joy.
Oh, there's a game. Plus 500
In my
rep.
heart, there is fire.
Is the game any good?
It's your team against my
Oh,
one
no.
unit. Easy. You win by getting my units held to 0. I win by getting each of your units held to 0.
Oh no. Oh no.
Each unit can only do one ability. Then it has to recharge. While it's recharging, switch to another unit. Move your pieces around the board to avoid my attacks.
Am I gonna have to
and
look
deal
this
your
up?
own.
I think I'm gonna have to look
The
this
first
up. I don't
player
know if
to
I can
wipe
get
out
away
the
with
other side's team wins. Let's do this.
winging it. I'm just looking for the damage buttons. I don't even know where the health bars are. Like, I can't even see how much damage I'm doing. Oh, we did it. We won. Get Rumble before Hearthstone and WoW. Well, I'm glad she's having fun. This becomes a world quest? No. Hate how you can't change the angle in this game. Stay a while in chat.
The light
Optional.
calls us.
Are they, do you miss
We
Stormwind?
will do this together. There is
course.
honor in service.
Thank
you for your
Oh,
help.
for heaven's sake. You seem to
There
like
is
board
still
games.
work to be done.
My father would play with me. We'd go to the war room and he'd let me play with the figures.
Our strength is in unity.
Yeah, this is too cute. I'm out of here.
Find your purpose. Thank you.
There we go. Sojourner of Hallowfall. We did it. And Renowned 17. I unlocked a toy, although I feel like it's going to cost me more resonance crystals than I'm prepared to commit. But I finally got... my Hallowfall rep is now tied for my highest rep. Even though I was so behind for so long, I guess I just hadn't really kept up with the... side quests. That means there's only one more Sojourner achievement left for me to do. And that's gonna be Ajgahet, and I only have two storylines done. And that's actually going to give me some kind of an appearance. I don't know what it is, but we'll get something for doing that. Oh, you know what I want to do actually really... Well, what time is it? I have maybe a couple minutes. I want to go up to the Ringing Deeps. And I want to do Awakening the Machine for a chance at the mount real quick. I don't know if you can do Awakening the Machine real quick. I think it might take a few minutes no matter what, but it shouldn't be hard anyway. It shouldn't be difficult. I still don't have it. I need it to drop for me. Maybe I'll get super into delves one day when I finally get around to doing all the delve achievements. I'm so excited about getting Lore Master done. Maybe we'll try to just crank this out this week. That sounds like fun, especially if we read a little bit. So we want to go up into the Ringing Deeps. I might need to walk. I have a couple of bonus second wins, but whatever. Spider Zone has some spicy quests. The spider rep is so odd how it's like fragmented, but it still has things that you get for doing general severed threads. What am I missing? More gems. You can exchange resonance crystals for Kedge. I don't know if that's super useful to me. Valor stones. Ferocious jaw crawler. Is that a male? It is. Oh, it's cool too. Yeah, I can see myself skipping the World Quest version of the board game quest. It just wasn't floating my boat. But I bet we can do this about as fast as one can, anyway.
Time to fix things. Measure twice, cut once.
I'm gonna pick up my quest first. We need more mech suits.
Bring back more shiny things.
What should I get with my second ruby? A pet-sized candle. Candle radiates a small amount of warmth that can be temporarily used to cook meals. I mean, I feel like I need to get the pet because it's a pet, but this just seems like it's so cute. Hang on. Not sorry. We'll get more. I'm gonna try that out once I get into Awakening the Machine.
Let's get this done right.
Being able to use any pet as a cooking fire? Alright, let's get Sheepy out here. Or should we make Candle? Well, let's try it on Sheepy first. I feel like it'll look good on her. Pet size candle. 10-minute cooldown. And then let's see what it looks like. It puts it on her head! She can't see anything! Oh dear. We have to try it on Waxwick sometimes. The Rainbow Trail is from
Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
the Prismatic Bauble toy. I'm not even going to use any food or anything here. I love that toy. That's great. We'll have to try it in Waxwick sometime. But yeah, I love it. I have it macroed into my Angelic Feather. It's the best 250k gold you'll ever spend, though. You could use it on any of your characters. You can macro it to all of their movement abilities. Got mine for 100k during Pride Month last year. Yeah, they definitely had a... They did a discount for it. I want to say 2 years ago? Like, not this most recent June, but the one before that. Because I think this most recent June, maybe they did the discount again. I know they definitely put, like, they let the Mad Merchant stay spawned. Or they put it on the Toy Vendor, maybe? Belladar's now? Congratulations! But yeah. Love. Can we... Yeah. Feels so good. I like the theater event better than this, but I tend to do this one more often because this one you can start anytime, and the theater one I have to remember to do at the top of the hour. Which shouldn't be that hard. It's like an easy time to remember. It happens every hour. But still. Yeah. Goes a little easier with higher item level. We're up to 615 now. I'm pretty happy with that. Uh-oh. My RP walking. That's not what you want. Have a good day. Time for lunch. Have a wonderful lunch. I'm looking for it. I think we're doing like a soup. Hot soup. Kobe Sanctuary, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. Yeah, Wave 19 was spooky. I still have to pay attention, but definitely not as scary as it was right away. I was like buying flasks and buying good food and everything at first. This one I have to actually do. I don't have a stop for that particular one.
Time to fix things.
I'll get some med packs for him or something.
Let's get this done.
It's kind of not worth trying to heal him myself. He just has too much health. I guess this does go faster when you can finish the waves really quickly.
Measure
Oh, he's getting
points.
6 Versa from the cozy fire from my sheep with the
Watch my
candle on
back
her
while I
head.
commune with the machine.
Ugh. That's nice. And you know what? So am I. Perma cozy fire buff. 6 versatility. Very important for raiding. No one can tell you to lighten up. The soulbound enchanting recipe dropped. Why is it not warbound? It is strange. I've had some soulbound jewel crafting recipes drop that I'm just kind of like
Get this done.
vendored because what am I supposed to do with it? Or I'll stick it in my bank and just hope that they change it eventually. There's probably a point at which I stopped doing this, but I think it's when I get the mount, actually. I think that I stop doing this every week when I get the mount, and then we can walk away. I don't even remember what it's called. The Machine Defense Unit 111. That's what it is.
Let's get this done. Watch my back while I commune
A few
with the
cosmetics.
machine.
I wonder where they are here. They must be. Awakening the Machine, maybe? Oh yeah, there's a cog, pauldrons, and a tabard. I will want those. That does sound like me. At the very least, the cog is like a cool back piece. 'Cause this isn't hard to do, it's just a little bit boring. Oh, I have left is the tabard. Have you been doing it on multiple characters, or are you just getting drops, getting lucky? Got them out of my first run through. Didn't even know how lucky I was. Flabby got it very early as well.
Measure twice, cut once.
'Cause that's kind of a neat back piece for somebody. Do it on all 7 of my 80s. Holy smokes, that's a lot of commitment. Boyfriend got them out in his first run and everyone in the guild was so mad. Oh, he's fine. Yeah, this wave doesn't really do anything anymore. This week is Delve Brain Raw. I did 3 today, but even that felt too much. People have been really enjoying them. So much rep and vendor currency to get. I'm just grinding it now while it's still new and fun. That's very smart. I think that's very forward thinking of you. Done like 6 today. Still a few more to do. Oh. Here's a kitty cat on the bed. I still haven't done 1 Mythic Plus yet because Delves exist and I'm so happy. That's nice. Something to scratch the itch for you. Well, doesn't look so good for me. It's lots of Assembly of the Deeps rep, at least. I've never felt like I've had to really struggle to get that rep. Between this and the Wax Weekly.
You need
She looks so small in that huge bed. Lots of room for Moose to join her. You think so, kitty? Do you think there's room for a dog? I mean, he likes to curl up in just one corner of it, too. You do both fit. All the thing says you need 360k resonance crystals for everything. It's a lot. Done 2 Mythic Pluses. Guild just wanted to do. Figured I should come. She's a sweetie. She gets real cozy. Okay, I am overtime today. I gotta wrap up. I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning WoW stream. I appreciate the company. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.